can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Airlines Nation. Airline Nation. Fantasy Airlines for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Week 9 is here. The live show is about to take place. So for the next, Kyle, about 2 hours or so, we're doing nothing but talking football and hanging out with all of you amazing people out there. And we're looking forward to doing that. However, Kyle, two items of business. First, the first thing is, I mentioned this in the tailgate show. I have a LaVisca Chenault, a signed LaVisca Chenault that I need to announce the winner. It's pretty cool with this one. It actually came with a picture of the dude signing your jersey. So that's something we don't always get. That's great to see. So I've already...
You can scan it and Photoshop yourself into it.
If you're really bored. It just all depends on what you got going on. But I am going to... let's see here. I'm going to show the winner here. I've already contacted them here on YouTube. It's going to be the winner of the signed LaVisca Chenault jersey is none other than Brad Bordelon. Brad says, always great videos. I don't know why, but my son loves the Jaguars. Would be a great Christmas present. So congratulations, Brad, a member here actually as well. So he's getting himself a signed LaVisca Chenault jersey. Looking forward to that. Congratulations. We'll have more giveaways coming every Sunday during the live show. Kyle gives something away. We give stuff away on the reg, I guess you could say.
What are we going to give away tomorrow?
Kind of put me on the spot. Let's see here. I have a mixture of things, Kyle. We have yet to decide which one. Let's see. We got a Justin Jefferson jersey. I have a Jalen Waddle jersey. I have a Jalen Hurts football. I believe I have... There's a box down here that I haven't opened yet. I believe it's a DeAndre Swift football as well. I don't remember, though.
Chat, what do you want for you members out there? What do you want us to give away tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You could be involved in helping us decide. Also, though, before we get into all these questions, because the chat's already starting here over on the side, so I want to make sure that everybody is aware our November giveaway is some cold, hard cash this month for PrizePicks. So if you haven't signed up for PrizePicks yet, there should be a link down below, or just head over to PrizePicks to an app store. You download it, you create a free account, you use the referral code Headliners, you make that initial deposit of $20. We'll match it all the way up to $100, and then you're entered in to get $500 cash. Picking a winner to give away some cold, hard cash this month, Kyle, because Christmas presents need to be bought for this year, right?
Oh, they do.
I would like to know.
Get them under the tree already.
Is your tree up?
No, not yet.
Close?
We're normally after Thanksgiving. That break is when we put it up.
Okay.
I'm okay doing it a little bit more. There's just something soothing about the soft glow of your Christmas tree at night.
Yeah. The smell of cinnamon in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just delicious.
Okay. Something like that. The fresh baked cookies coming out of the oven. Anyway, we're going to get way off track here.
Let's not go there.
We're going to be talking about sweets, and you're totally going to lose all of my my patience here. All right, so Kyle, we have a ton of questions already rolling in, and we're going to do our best here for the next hour and 45 minutes or so to go nonstop to try to help you guys set as many lineups as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and get a drink real quick, Kyle, so we're good to go.
Madeline says Christmas decorations go up right before Thanksgiving. She's a little bit earlier with it, but that's okay. Carl Anderson, play Tua or wait for Kyler at 4:00. I'm going with Tua. I'm not waiting on Kyler. It does not sound good from everything I've heard at this point.
It's very difficult, right? Because obviously there could be that chance still that Kyler Murray plays, but if he plays, he may be without DeAndre Hopkins. He may be without AJ Green as well. That ceiling's a little bit lower already, and I like the matchup that Tua has this week. So it's different if I didn't like the matchup, but I actually don't mind it for Tua here this week. So actually, the safer bet's probably going to be Tua, which is kind of crazy to think about.
And then we got to pick two: Devontae Smith, Christian Kirk, Kadarius Toney, or Brandon Ayuk if Debo is out in a PPR league. Your safest bets here are going to be Kadarius Toney and Devontae Smith. Those are going to be your safest bets.
Which is scary, right?
If you want more upside, then you could potentially go Brandon Ayuk over Devontae Smith because there's going to be no Debo. Right now, I'm staying away from the wide receivers for the Cardinals because I don't know what's happening with Kyler.
Yeah, exactly. And we know we get George Kittle back, right? So if George Kittle should be back, that may limit some of that upside for Ayuk as well. Devontae Smith hasn't done hardly anything, and Jalen Hurts can't hit the broadside of a barn in the passing game, but he doesn't need a whole lot, I guess you could say. If the guy could get 2 catches for some big plays, it could be a decent play for you, I guess.
Yak wants to know if Dallas Goedert is finally going to have a breakout game without Ertz there. It's kind of an odd question to ask because Dallas Goedert has been pretty good. I mean, he had 6 receptions for 72 yards last week, 3 for 70 the week before, 5 for 56 and a touchdown 2 weeks before that, 2 for 66 the week before that. So I wouldn't say, I don't know why we're saying, why does he not have a breakout game? I mean, he's one of the safest tight ends you can start right now. He's getting the targets and he's making most of them. So,
and wasn't he like a top 10, top 12 tight end last year as well? So we've seen the production before. So it's not like it should be a shock to anybody.
Yeah. Red Hulk in a super flex PPR, Bobby Trees or Trevor Lawrence.
Man.
Whew, it depends. I mean, if this is a super flex league that gives you like legit play, like QB, like bonus points or QB score a lot, like if the majority of your quarterbacks are going to outscore wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s, then it's Trevor Lawrence. But if scoring is even across the board, I'm going to go with Bobby Trees just because Trevor Lawrence has been
And if you look at it this way, Trevor Lawrence has the Buffalo Bills. They're probably going to be losing, and they're going to have to throw. James Robinson not 100% healthy at all. More, short passing game, to Carlos Hyde potentially. Maybe we actually see a little bit more Visca. I mean, at least we know they're going to be throwing. I understand maybe it may seem a little bit safer to go Bobby Trees, but honestly, in a super flex, I'm probably still rolling the dice and going with Trevor Lawrence.
Daniel wants to know, Kyle and Jake, do I play Dak over Murray? I'm stressed. Yes. We're playing Dak over Murray 115%.
Yeah, not that Dak is 100% healthy either, but at least he's closer than Murray is at this point.
Mm-hmm. Avery Dunn in a PPR league, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, and a tight end. Woods, Hollywood, Kittle, Goddard, Waddle, Eli Mitchell. Need the right choices, Jake and Kyle. Lock it down.
Lock it down.
Well,
Lock it in,
at wide
Kyle.
receiver, I'm going Hollywood over Woods. At tight end, I'm going Goddard over Kittle because Kittle coming back for that first week just said Goddard is one of the safest tight ends that you can get. And for the flex, normally I would go with my running back here. Eli Mitchell is a pretty safe bet. I'm okay with that if you want safety. If you need more upside, though, then I go with Robert Woods there.
And that's where I'm a little bit torn because with Jeff Wilson coming back, how much do we see of Jeff Wilson in this backfield? Being that Elijah Mitchell has looked pretty good, but he's dealing with a rib injury too. So that's kind of, a little bit worrisome. If it's me, I think I gamble a little bit more personally. I probably go with Hollywood. I agree with that pick. Honestly, especially if Debo sits, I'm going with George Kittle over Goddard. Now, if Debo plays, I understand that Goddard plays being a little bit safer there. And then for your flex, it's really between Waddle and Woods. Woods has been, a little bit banged up this week. Waddle has the huge upside in a decent matchup. So if it's me, and I'm going saying Debo sits, I'm going Hollywood, Kittle, and Waddle for the extreme upside. The safest play, though, would be Hollywood, Goddard, and Elijah Mitchell.
Zachary says, where is Julio in your rankings now that he's off the injury report? He's still like a low-end wide receiver, too, for me.
Yeah. I mean, even when he's been healthy, he hasn't done a whole lot anyway.
Yeah. Yep. And I think most people at this point know my concerns about that game this weekend. Zach R, pick 3 in a PPR league. Damian. Okay. Just to clarify, everybody, if you put D Williams, put Daryl or Damian. I'm going to assume tonight it is Daryl Williams, but just for future reference, let us know. Daryl Williams, Gaskins, Sutton, Sanders, or Renfro. We're picking 3 in a PPR league.
Renfro's got to be up there.
I'm going to go Renfro as one of them.
For sure.
Daryl Williams probably, but Gore came in last week. And
I know. But at least the scoring opportunities are still going the way of Daryl Williams. I mean, he's still getting the goal line touches. He's involved in the pass-catching game. It being that it's PPR, I think Daryl Williams, Hunter Renfro, and part of me wants to say Myles Gaskin against the lowly Houston Texans.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for the Texans matchup, if you'd rather not go that way, if you have no interest in starting Gaskin, really, I don't mind maybe a Cortland Sutton in a PPR league, but personally, I'm going Williams, Gaskin, and Renfro.
Yep, that's what I'm going to go too. John Best, what's up, boys? With CeeDee Lamb questionable, should I move Van Jefferson to my wide receiver 3 and put Dalton Schultz in my flex PPR league must-win week? I mean, if you're concerned about it, you can. I haven't heard much of an update on him. Did Ethan bring him up?
For who? For CeeDee?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of happened the day of the video, the day of the recording. It sounds like he could be okay, but it's just not for sure. And that's the. Let me see what I can. Let me look it up here, because I know there is some concerns, especially with Dak not being 100% either. Let's see here. Hold, please. Looking up whatever the most recent information I can get at.
It looks like yesterday Lamb is listed as questionable, but is expected to play.
Yes. Yep. Now, how much does he play? Does he get his normal workload? That's the biggest question right there. But he's also one of those guys who's so super explosive that a touchdown, 3 or 4 catches for 50, 60 yards isn't a bad day for him either.
Yeah, and it's going to basically be the same thing that I said last week. Lots of questions last week. Do I trust Amari Cooper or do I trust CeeDee Lamb? Basically, every single question I answered with, I'm fine playing them. If it were my lineup, I would put them in. But if you have a reservation about it, then that's going to have to be your gut call at that point. It's kind of the same thing here with me. CeeDee Lamb, if he plays tomorrow, I'm playing him. If I own CeeDee Lamb, I would put him in my lineup. If you're worried about it, though, and your gut tells you he could be limited, then yes, put Van Jefferson in as your wide receiver 3 and put Dalton Schultz at the flex.
Yeah, I mean, same thing for me personally. If it's my team, as long as CeeDee Lamb is suiting up, he's going to be the guy that I roll with. I'm going to try to roll with the studs that I drafted, right? Because the last thing that I would want as a fantasy owner would be to bench CeeDee Lamb for Van Jefferson and have CeeDee score 30 on my bench. Because then I pretty much overthink it. Is that a word, Kyle? Overthink? Overthought.
No, overthink it.
Not think. I said think with an A.
Overthink?
Overthink. That is not. That is
overthink you. No, that's not a word.
Yeah, because I overthink it. You know what I mean? Dude, I love creating new words.
A past tense.
Yes.
I overthink it last week.
Yeah.
No, I overthought it would have been the proper use.
You're exactly right. I am not a wordsmith person. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going CeeDee Lamb there personally. I understand the concern, but that's where I'm rolling.
Mike and Iris Garza, should I trade Keenan Allen and Tyler Conklin for Mike Gesicki and T. Higgins? This is a little bit closer now that we know Devontae Parker has gone to IR.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what you have on the waiver wire for tight ends. If you have better tight ends than Tyler Conklin available, I'd probably just take a shot at them and keep Keenan Allen. If you're basically bare at tight end, though, and you don't have anybody, then I'm okay making that trade.
Yeah, I agree. 100%, especially like you said with Parker going to IR.
Homestar Hobo with the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Homestar. 2 questions. Standard scoring pick 1 running back, Melvin Gordon or Adrian Peterson. I'm going Melvin Gordon. I don't want to start AP this week unless I absolutely have to.
Yep, it all depends on your options that you have, but being that you have somebody who's consistently been scoring on a weekly basis with Melvin, that's the guy I'm going with.
And half PPR scoring pick 1, Elijah Mitchell or Damian Harris. That's Damian Harris pretty good.
Damian Harris. Yep, absolutely. Guy's been killing it.
Appreciate a home star. Viking King. What up, Daniel? If Hopkins doesn't play flex 1, James Conner, Ayuk or Hyde in a 12-team full PPR. I'm going to go James Conner and, just with no Kyler, maybe rely on the run game a little bit more tomorrow.
I agree. Did you call him Daniel? Is that his name?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because he's in the breaks.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, Kyle on a whole nother level with some of y'all out there. I'm starting to feel a little bit jealous.
I was like, Daniel. Yeah. Got it. Michael Williams in a full PPR. Start 1. Darrell Williams, Melvin Gordon, or Mitchell. Probably going to go Melvin Gordon there too. I just don't trust the Chiefs offense right now.
It's super close. Right now I have Melvin Gordon at 24. And who was the other one? Elijah Mitchell.
Darrell Williams.
Yeah, Darrell Williams is 2 spots. But Elijah Mitchell I had higher until we found out about Jeff Wilson. But with Jeff Wilson active, that is like a whole nother, way to roll the dice. So
it's one of those things kind of like I just said with Adrian Peterson. Like, if I don't have better options, then I'll toss him out there. But I feel like Melvin Gordon's a little bit of a better option this week.
I agree. He's maybe a little bit safer this week.
And start 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, and 1 flex. Jacobs, Mitchell, Wilson, Hopkins, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Bateman, or Renfro. Well, at wide receiver, I'm going to start A.J. Brown. Even though I'm concerned about him, I'm still going to start him based on these options that you have here.
Your running back's going to be Josh Jacobs.
At the running back position, going to go with Josh Jacobs. And then since it is a full PPR... Oh, wait, I'm guessing it's a full PPR. You put PPR for the first one. You didn't put anything for the second one. If it's a full PPR, I'll put Renfro in if you want to be safe. If you're wanting a little bit more upside and you hope somebody can hit a home run, then I would go with Mitchell there, and hopefully he breaks just a few large runs or something like that.
Yep, agreed. But Josh Jacobs, I think, is somebody who gets a increase in volume with the drama going on in Las Vegas.
Yep, lots of super chats coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back and forth between the two. Probably about 10 minutes or so behind on super chat. So if you sent one, stick around. We will get to it. Please don't spam the chat saying you missed me, because we're not going to. Paul Maestis, should I trade Eckler for CMC?
Nope.
No. There's no reason to do that.
Austin Eckler's out there killing it on a weekly basis, right? So it's not like you're trying to upgrade, really, because you can't get much better than what Eckler's done here as of late.
Yep. Andrew O'Connell, yo guys, do you think Elijah Mitchell and Bobby Trees is a fair trade to buy low on DeAndre Swift? Love the show. Yes, I would do that if I could get DeAndre Swift.
If I can, yeah,
who's still a top 12 running back at this point, for Elijah Mitchell, who could end up losing touches pretty soon, and Bobby 100%. Trees, who's been high upside wide receiver 2 at best this season. Yeah, I go for that 100%.
Now, I would never, as the Swift owner, accept that.
Right?
If they will, then 100%. I have no issues with that.
And if you're asking if you should take that for Swift, no, hit decline.
Yeah, no, that's a great way for you to get Swift, but not to give him up.
Ojai Rivera, Jeff Wilson Jr. Am I flexing him over Pollard, Boston Scott, Mike Williams, A.J. Brown? I literally dropped McKissick for him. No. Nope. No. I wouldn't flex him over any of the. It's his first week back. Jeff Wilson Jr. hasn't really done anything in the past outside of goal line carries. So the love for him and the infatuation for him that I'm seeing this week is a little worrisome. I'm not getting it.
I understand somewhat only because Elijah Mitchell is dealing with a rib injury, so I know that there's a lot of question mark of how much does he really get, and that's a problem. So everybody's elevating Jeff Wilson because of that, I think. But if we know anything, if there's multiple healthy options in this backfield, you know that they're going to spread it around a little bit. So like you said, with Jeff Wilson, his first week back, I can't go all in on this first week until we kind of see what this split is. I'm keeping everybody that you have listed there ahead of him.
Yeah. Deshaun Woods. What up, Deshaun?
What up?
PPR pick 2. Judy, Goddard, and Darrell Williams from the Chiefs. Judy 100% is being locked in there.
Yep.
It depends on if you want more upside or more safety. If you want to play it safe, you go with Goddard. If you want more upside, you go with Darrell Williams.
Yep, exactly. If it's me personally, I'm going Williams and Judy.
Robert Greco in a PPR, Mike Williams, Kadarius Toney, Taysom Williams, Jordan Howard, and D'Ernest Johnson. I'm
gotta be D'Ernest Johnson.
Pick one for the flex. Mike Williams is going to be my pick there. Yes, he struggled the last couple of weeks. He's still a wide receiver one, though. Really hard for me to still sit him right now based on that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's had a couple rough weeks, but look what he did the first few weeks, and that's just too much of a ceiling to sit on a weekly basis.
Yep. Wes, Judy, Damian Harris, Darrell Williams, Renfro, and Waddle, pick 3. Damian Harris,
yes.
Jerry Judy, Hunter Renfro for me. Jake's still feeling Darrell Williams a little bit.
Well,
He's not ready quite to give up on him.
I don't know if it's PPR or not.
That's true.
And that's where my biggest question is. If it's not PPR, Darrell Williams still has that goal line ability in the offense that's going to give him some scoring opportunities. If it's full PPR, then I agree that Renfro's the guy. But otherwise, I'm going to go with Damian Harris, Darrell Williams, and Jerry Judy there for my 3 if it's not full PPR.
If it's half or full, me personally, I probably go Hunter Renfro instead. If it's a standard league, then I go with Darrell Williams and hope for that touchdown.
Right.
My glasses are all nasty right now.
I don't want to know what's on
Bukowski, what up, Buck?
What up, Buck?
Injury disaster. Need to flex one in a full PPR. Kenyon Drake, Rashad Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins, or old man AP. Thanks, fellas. Jake, I'm going Bateman here.
No, you're not. Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even like Bateman. You always choose against him. We
That's
always argue.
False. Don't put thoughts in people's heads. Next week, they're going to come into the wide receiver video, and they're going to be like, but you hate him.
But you hate him. And even though you've never said that. All right, so flex one in a full PPR, Drake, Bateman, Hopkins, or AP. Man, yeah, I mean, Bateman missed some time here this week. I mean, Kenyon Drake has to be involved. Just like I mentioned with Josh Jacobs earlier, they need pass-catching weapons. How, close to 100% is Darren Waller. We know that they're missing, the whole Ruggs situation, so they're going to have that need, and Kenyon Drake has produced the last couple weeks. So I think if you want to play it safer, in my opinion, I go Kenyon Drake. If you want to go a little bit higher ceiling, that's when I go Bateman.
Imagine coming into our chat and saying Derrick Henry's a bust.
Yeah, imagine what it would be like to say something like that.
Just imagine
as you say it from your couch.
Diego Besoyan, probably messed that up. He says, I want to bet $1,000 on the Browns. Opinions. Well, here's the thing. I'm not telling you what to do with $1,000 because I sure as hell am not ready for you to come back next week and be like, I lost $1,000.
Yeah.
No. So you do whatever you have to do. Me personally, I have the Browns losing this week.
It's not a bet that I would take this week.
I also wouldn't put $1,000 on anything.
Well, I wouldn't say that. There's some things I would put $1,000 on. But them to beat the Bengals in Cincinnati this week with all the drama they've had, no, probably not where I'd put $1,000. Unless I was so loaded that $1,000 meant nothing to me.
Yeah. And if it is, I'm going to find a better bet than that.
Maybe.
Raymond in a flex standard league. Boston Scott, Darrell Williams, Mark Ingram, Van Jefferson, or Cole Beasley. Thank you. I'm going Van Jefferson this week in a standard league to score a touchdown.
Because it's standard, yes. Anything else, I would probably go somewhere a different direction.
Ryan Vogel throwing in a crispy, delicious, sick 20 bomb.
What up, Ryan?
Chat. 12 team. PPR right. Currently 6-2. Thanks, gents. No, Ryan,
you did
it. Say thank you. Trade Gibson for Jacobs. Also, are you trusting Bateman as a flex this week? Have to fill in for Parker hitting the IR. Would I trade Gibson's for Jacobs? I would not. Just because Jacobs has been just as beat up this year as Antonio Gibson, and he doesn't have nearly the upside when healthy as Antonio Gibson has. So I'm staying away from that trade. As far as Bateman goes, I have Bateman as a start this week. I think he's fine as a flex if you don't have any other options.
Yeah, I don't I don't mind that whatsoever. The only way that I'm trading Gibson for Jacobs is if you need like immediate help, like right now, because I know Gibson has a bye week coming up as well this week. So I mean, if you need that immediate, I just don't think you're going to clear a trade this fast. Depends on your league. So if you need that immediate help, but I'm kind of liking Antonio Gibson after this bye week.
Jeff Garcia says, hot tips. What's going on, Jeff? We had another fantastic break this week over on Headliner Breaks.
I saw you had some pretty good pulls there. I saw the Trey Lance. That was pretty nice.
That Trey Lance RPA was delicious. Yeah. So I think we should remind everybody, too, that we want to hit 600 new members here, or 600 total members. Not 600 new. Well, technically, they're all new this season because it's the first time we had it. We want to hit 600 members on YouTube here by the end of the season. We're just over 550 right now. So our goal by the end of the season was 600. And we're hoping everybody can help us hit that goal by the end of the year. Because you know what? You get an extra live stream. That's on Sunday morning. So you can come hang out with me tomorrow morning. We give away an autographed piece of memorabilia every Sunday morning, but you have to be a member for it. You get exclusive content throughout the week, and you get some sweet emotes and badges and things that you can have here in the chat, so everyone knows you're an exclusive part of Headliner Nation. I just pinned a link in the chat. If you click on that, it'll take you to the join page, and you become a member for only $4.99 a month.
I like this bet out here in the chat, though. Ethan Hunt says he would bet $1,000 that Jake has better calves than Kyle.
I don't even want to hear what Ethan has to say.
That's awesome.
Ethan, I hope you fall off your horse tomorrow.
Damn.
Will A wants to know, traded Stephon Diggs away for Dalvin Cook. I need a replacement for Diggs in a full PPR. Kadarius Toney, Chase Claypool, or T. Higgins. Right now, I have them ranked since it is a full PPR. Higgins, Toney, Claypool.
Yeah, it's got to be Higgins for me at the top of that list.
Yep. Brad Bordelon. Thanks so much for the jersey, Brad.
The winner. Our winner is in the chat, Brad.
Woo!
Woo!
Love it.
Congrats,
my son
Brad.
will be so happy. Y'all rock. Also, Ertz or Goddard. I have Goddard higher this week.
Because of the potential loss of Kyler Murray, I think that Goddard's probably safer for sure. However, you got no A.J. Green. You got potentially no DeAndre Hopkins. You could see a lot of Zach Ertz. It's just a little bit more of a gamble there. So Goddard's the safer option.
And Higgins, Connor, or Sanders for the flex. That's Higgins for me.
Yep, I agree. The target share that dude is getting in a matchup against Cleveland, who's a lot easier to throw on than run on. I like that.
Ooh, we just had 3 people join YouTube as a member here. We will welcome you in just a second. Everybody hit the hashtag welcome into the chat for our new members, and we will welcome them personally here in a moment when we get caught up on the super chats. Gregory Gladden, have to play 2 of these players. Which ones would you play? A.J. Brown, Josh Jacobs, or Devontae Adams? Brown and Adams, easy. Not even.
You can't sit those guys. You just can't.
Alan Osario.
What up, Alan?
Guys, need 3 to flex and 1 super flex spot. Gage, Julio Jones, Josh Jacobs, Allen Robinson, Tajay Sharp, and Jordan Love. I'm okay super flexing Jordan Love. I still think they're going to have to throw it quite a bit.
And plus, you have that playmaking ability from Aaron Jones in the backfield. They can still check it down to him, and he can make big plays happen. So I still definitely super flex Jordan Love.
Yeah, and then as far as the flex spots go, I'm going Julio, Jacobs, and A-Rob.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody loves A-Rob right now. But
if you want more upside, then I would go Sharp over Robinson.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, Sharp could get more volume, more consistent volume.
Chris Ocampo, who's winning, Arizona or San Francisco with no Murray? If Murray doesn't play, I wouldn't be shocked if San Francisco won, but I also wouldn't be shocked if Arizona still pulled it out.
It's one of those things, too, where if they're going to sit Murray, it wouldn't surprise me if they sit DeAndre Hopkins as well, being that AJ's on the COVID list, too. So, I mean, they kind of just take it as like an in-season bye week and kind of just cross their fingers. Now, we could see some more explosive plays from the likes of maybe like a Rondale Moore, Christian Kirk, Chase Edmonds even. But I think with Murray sitting, especially if Hopkins does as well, it's going to, tip the favor to San Francisco.
Brandon says, tough watch, boys. When did y'all fall off? Well, I fell off your mom last night around 10.
Oh, wow. That's early, Kyle. It's early. Why so early?
Don't come into my house and talk.
Yes.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You better believe it.
Corvette Foster 40. Hey guys, in a full PPR, if AJ Brown or Debo or both sit, rank the following replacements. Daryl W.
Williams.
Oh, Daryl Williams. Jesus.
Okay.
My bad. Herbert, Boston, Van Jefferson, Freiermuth. Hold on, I have to. 88 says joining the membership increases your chub size by +3 inches. Click the little link, guys.
All right, let me see here. So, if AJ Brown or Debo both sit, rank the following: Williams, Herbert, Boston Scott, Van Jefferson, Freiermuth. I'm probably still going to go Herbert, Darrell Williams, Boston Scott, Van Jefferson, Pat Freiermuth. The Mutheth Luth.
I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that ranking right there. That feels good to me. Solid.
Feels good. Feels solid. Okay, good.
Solid. Randy Horsley, trust CD or play Brian at. Nah, I'm trusting CD over Edwards 100%.
Yeah, I can't go that far yet.
Listen. I like Edwards. We both do.
100%. Yeah, we both do. We talked about him a lot this offseason.
Yeah. I'm not.
They haven't committed to him as of yet. Like they'll show like flashes. Have you ever noticed that in Las Vegas, like there'll be like a drive where they just pepper Brian Edwards and he makes things happen. He makes contested catches. He makes great catches. I mean, he's very athletic and high point the ball. And then it's like he'll disappear for 2 quarters and they won't even look his way. I mean, he's just too up and down to be a consistent start.
Jake, how many likes do you need to let it flow? I forgot to even ask you earlier.
Well,
we're at 819 viewers right now.
I would go for 500.
500. Jake's making it easy on you this week.
Well, we're gonna find out how quickly they can get 300 more likes because I got the helmet ready. The helmet always stays ready.
If I don't see 300 likes in the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Claudio Gomes, Jeff Wilson, Dillon or Hyde for the running back, and for the flex, Jones Jr. or one of those running backs. I'm going to go AJ Dillon with no Aaron Rodgers and just hope he gets worked in a little bit more. And then
it'd be great if we knew about James Robinson for sure, because if James Robinson sits, it's going to be Carlos Hyde for me. It may almost be Carlos Hyde anyway, because we saw him get the work last week as well, and he's capable of catching the ball in the backfield in a game that they're probably going to be losing to Buffalo.
Yeah, if James Robinson plays, I put Marvin Jones Jr. in, and I just say a little prayer before the game starts.
Right.
Astro Joe's.
What up, Astro?
Wait on Kyler or start Tua or Tyrod at 1. I'm okay starting Tua.
Yep, I would say that's probably the safer option as of right now. As long as nothing crazy comes up with Tua before the game tomorrow, since I know he's been dealing with some injuries.
And then he wants to know if Van Jefferson over Sutton in a standard league. I'm okay with that if you want to risk it. Is it riskier? Yeah, it's going to be riskier because you're going to need him to score to make it work. But I like him this week.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's a little spicy. It's maybe not the safer option, but I don't hate it whatsoever going Van Jefferson.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a safe option at all.
Yep.
Judy back and Dig Shadow. And then would you rather stash Wilson, Ayuk, or Fuller? I'd rather stash Ayuk or Wilson.
Yeah.
Probably would go with Wilson just for the main fact that is if they lose Elijah Mitchell for some reason, then you probably have their starting running back.
Exactly.
And then start CMC no matter what. If CMC were to play, I'd put him in.
Yep. If he's active, you start him.
Ben Spate, what's going on, Ben? Yo, fellas, hope you're both well. First time I've joined on a Saturday. It's 1:15 a.m. UK time. Welcome in, Ben. Thanks so much for staying up to hang out with us. Do I go Myers, Gaskin, or A-Rob in the flex this week? Thanks. I'm going Gaskin there.
I'm going Gaskin against Houston because Houston blows 100%. They suck.
Mark McDonald says, y'all the flow masters. Flexed Hyde, Mooney, or Monty? Monty?
I mean, I think he means David Montgomery, which is not...
He's not going to be back, right?
No, but
I was going to say, did he hear something I have not?
I mean, it's Monday Night Football. It's a problem for. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, there's always that chance that he plays, but I don't know if I want to risk it being Monday Night Football.
I thought I heard that the plan was for him to sit this week and then come back after the bye, which I believe is next week.
Which I believe is the smarter option and probably what they will do, but technically that has not been, the case yet. They have not said that that's going to be for sure. So, I mean, it's looking like he's going to be active or able to play, whether they play him or not on a Monday Night Football game. Unless you have another option in that game, I don't know if I want to be reliant on Monty. Like, I don't want to have to go into it counting on it being him. If you have him and Herbert, okay, maybe. But if you don't, then you're kind of SOL if you're banking on Monty. So I don't think I could go that way just yet. Hyde, we really don't know about James Robinson, so Mooney's probably going to be the safest option as of right this second.
That is new news as of this afternoon. Yeah. I sat down this morning and did some work, but then I had family time this afternoon. David Montgomery likely to play Monday night.
Yeah, but I mean, at what extent? At what level? I mean,
exactly.
Just because he's active doesn't mean he's going to go get 20 touches. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people, we got to remember that a little bit, especially since they have other quote-unquote options.
Yep. So for me here, I'm going to go ahead and go Mooney over Monty, and I'm going to give it another week.
Yep. And do we really want to trust Matt Nagy? I mean, do you want to put all your chips in the bag of Matt Nagy? I personally do not.
No. Will A in a full PPR please pick either two wide receivers or one wide receiver and one running back? T. Higgins, Jeff Wilson, Elijah Mitchell, Josh Jacobs, Chase Claypool even. Huh? Chase Claypool, nice. Or Kadarius Toney. For me here, since it is a full PPR, I'll go T. Higgins and Kadarius Toney.
Yep. I like that because you should see the targets and you still have the upside of the touchdown upside there too for both of them. So yeah, I don't dislike that.
We need 500 likes. We've got 885 people right now, and we only have 315 likes. I'm going to give you all that. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed look in just a minute. I really don't want to have to do that on a beautiful
Dad Kyle night. Coming out.
Don't make me.
Dad Kyle.
Don't make me.
Uh-oh. Don't make
Isaiah wants to know Tua or Carr.
Honestly, I'm not going to count out Derek Carr. I'm just going to go with Derek Carr, and the guy's been doing it all year long with a hodgepodge of weapons at times. So I'm going Derek Carr.
Flight Zone Music. Boyd, Scott, Tim Patrick, Jeff Wilson, and Chenault need a wide receiver and a flex in a full PPR league.
I'm probably going Boyd and Scott.
I'm going Boyd and Scott too.
Yeah, I'm going Boyd and Scott there.
Yep. Luis with a 20 bomb in the chat. Hey guys, I'm just in and out again. I'm working, so I need one wide receiver, one running back, and one flex. McCaffrey, Javonte Williams, Gaskin, Tony Renfro, and should I drop any of them for Ayuk?
No.
I'm not dropping any of them for Ayuk. I'm playing McCaffrey at running back if he plays.
Yep.
At wide receiver, I'm going to put Tony, and then at flex, I'm putting Gaskin.
Yep.
Wes.
Yeah, Gaskin, I think, has that higher ceiling. I think Javonte Williams is the safer floor, but the higher ceiling is still going to be Gaskin against Houston.
Wes, Dak or Burrow? I'm going Dak.
I'm going. I have Joe Burrow this week as QB4.
Okay, I'll follow Jake.
I'm going Joey B, the Tiger King, whatever you want to call him. That's where I'm going.
I'll go with
Joe Exotic. I was told to call him
Joe Exotic.
I got so many names.
And then Josh Jacobs or Edwards on the Raiders. I mean, Jacobs. If you're talking about who are you starting this week, I'm going Jacobs.
Yes.
Like rest of the season outlook, it really is going to be dependent on your roster.
Yeah, but Jacobs is the choice there as of right now.
Reese Caldron becoming a member for this second month.
What up,
Reese? What's going on, guys? In a full PPR, need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Mike Williams, T. Higgins, Jarvis, Bateman, A-Rob, Devontae Booker, and Mike Davis. 2 wide receivers and a flex. I'm going Mike Williams and T. Higgins. And then for your flex, do you go Devontae Booker? I don't think Saquon Barkley is going to be back.
No,
this week.
I'm going. I
would go Jarvis to be safe.
I think Jarvis may be the safer option. The higher ceiling that I'd probably gamble on would probably be Booker.
And then tight end Ertz or Higbee. It's Ertz pretty easy for me.
Still Ertz there. Yeah, still Ertz.
Fill in the blank. Should I play Burrow over Dak this week? Just called it.
Yep, I got Burrow over Dak this week.
Isaiah wants to know Connor or Gaskin is my RB2. Ceiling is probably going to be with Gaskin.
Yeah. If it's a standard league, I don't mind Connor. Any type of half PPR, full PPR, then I go Gaskin.
Let's get 500 likes. Now we've got over 900 people in here and only 389 likes. Are you? Do you all not want us to let it flow? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
They don't want to see the child-sized helmet come out.
Jake, I think they're trying to say that they don't like let it flow anymore.
I mean, the helmet is getting smaller, or my head's getting bigger, so it is what it is. Maybe we need some let it flow emojis in the chat.
Maybe. I just think they're trying to tell us something, which is really disappointing.
I'm sorry. I got to get to Anton real quick, because Anton has left every emoji possible to get our attention for this question. He says, Jake and Kyle, I need to make room for returning McCaffrey off of injured reserve. Which guy do I dump? It's Chase Edmonds, Antonio Gibson, or Elijah Mitchell.
Who are we dumping?
You have to dump one of them.
For who?
To bring McCaffrey off of IR. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's going to be Elijah Mitchell for me. I don't like it, but I don't want to drop Chase Edmonds or Antonio Gibson right now.
Yeah, me neither.
And the only reason I say that is because with Jeff Wilson coming back, we just don't know. We know what to expect from the others, but for me, I don't like it. But if I had to choose one, Anton, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I agree. James McIntosh, Gronk's Chubb Kareem. Official Chubb Kareem of Taters, Mikes, and the fantasy headliners.
Wow. Oh, well, all right then.
What? Oh, my God. 448 likes. We're almost to 500. We're going to let it flow. Mr. Myjax and a half PPR. If Nuke is out or limited, who should I start? Julio, Edwards, Tyler Boyd, or pick up Tony?
Oh, wow.
I would drop Edwards and pick up Tony.
Tony. Yep. I agree. 100%.
And then for the RB2, Pollard, Connor, or Peterson, it's a half PPR. Oh, I probably still go Connor there.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I'm going to go with Connor for the touchdown upside.
Yep. Margaret Klein. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Don't have money, but please answer this. Henderson or Gaskin? Henderson.
Yeah, still Henderson way over that. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to send a super chat to get your answer.
Yeah.
I mean, we go
back
let
and
it
forth
flow. We go back and forth. We let it flow. Yes, we do try to get as many super chats as possible to begin with because people are paying. So it'd be wrong of us to not acknowledge those. But that's why we let it flow, because we want to get through as many questions as possible. So don't worry, we're gonna get to everybody tonight.
Yeah.
As many as possible.
Yep.
Johnny's 88.
It's just J Noise.
J Noise 88. If you have to start one, Ernest Johnson or Mark Ingram, I'm going Mark Ingram.
So am I.
I like it this week.
I do too. Now that we know that Trevor Simeon's going to be the guy under center, I don't mind Mark Ingram.
Long live Joe Exotic.
There it is.
J Noise. Hopefully Mark Ingram works out. Dan, Dak or Mahomes? Can't believe I even have to ask it. Jake, I believe you overthunk it.
See, I did earlier. I'm still going Patty Mahomes here. It's been ugly. It ain't been sexy, but I'm still going with him here.
We still have a bunch of new members we're going to get to and welcome in just a moment when we get to those. 473 likes. Let's get to 500 likes. Blake Capel, pick 2. Moore, Patterson, or Tony in standard scoring. Well, you're starting Cordero.
Regardless.
Cordero Patterson.
You got it right. Yes.
Is it DJ Moore?
I'm guessing that's DJ Moore.
I guess so too. I'm not sitting DJ Moore. I know it hasn't been great. Why does my camera keep getting fuzzy?
It's not enough light in your room because you're in the red room.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about it. Yeah, my normal light burnt out. Well, I have one of those like smart lights that changes, but the white part of it isn't working for some reason. Only the red part, which is weird. I don't know. Who knows?
Odd.
Anyway.
So am I crazy here? Because I know I understand. Trust me, I love me some DJ Moore too. But with still the question mark at quarterback with not knowing for sure if it's going to be Sam Darnold or PJ Walker. Being that it's standard, I don't necessarily hate Cordero Patterson and Kadarius Toney this week.
Kadarius Toney is going to get targets, but it's whether or not he scores is going to be the question for me.
And if he stays healthy for 4 quarters.
Yes. I am still leaning DJ Moore.
Well, fine.
Brandon,
Perfect.
I don't know why, but I was expecting a better response. Did we say something to Brandon recently?
No. Was he the one that came in here with an attitude earlier?
Oh, I don't know.
Who knows? Hey, Anna. Anna's out there.
Anna just took care of it.
Anna took care of Brandon.
Get him out!
That's right.
Just like those Vanguard lobbies last night. Dustin Scales. $10 dono. Appreciate that big, sexy 10 bomb, Dustin. Won with y'all advice last week, so let's do it again. Booker or Gaskin? I'm going Gaskin over Booker.
This week, yes.
Yes. Jimmy G or Bridgewater?
Oh, boy. Part of me thinks that Teddy B is going to have to throw for all 4 quarters against Dallas, so that would help out. But Jimmy G loves himself some George Kittle. The problem is we don't know about Debo this week. If Debo plays, I'm going to lean towards Jimmy G. If Debo sits, I will then pivot and go towards Teddy B. So hopefully we hear something early in the morning since Teddy B's game there is first.
And then MVS or Rondell Moore. This is going to be an issue for you no matter what. Your safest bet is probably going to be Rondell Moore.
Yeah.
But both of these are high boom, low bust upsides. I mean, it's going to be a roll of the dice no matter what.
That's right.
Lean Rondell Moore just a little bit.
Yes, I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening where we have hit our like goal. First and foremost, before we let it flow, we need to welcome in some new members to the exclusive Headliner Nation here on YouTube. All these new members for only $4.99 a month are going to be getting exclusive content throughout the week. They're going to be getting access to an exclusive live show on Sunday mornings where we always give away a piece of signed memorabilia. And they're going to get some sweet badges next to their name so everyone knows that they're a part of the exclusive Headliner Nation. And, you know, the biggest thing about it, they're going to help support the channel and push us to grow even bigger and better.
That's right.
Bringing themselves into the exclusive Headliner Nation this week is Water Gummy, Robert Greco, Brandon Long, the Red Baron 1972, M. St. G becoming a member, and James McIntosh becoming a member for the 7th month. He's got a question. We'll have to get to that in a couple of minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become a member of Headliner Nation, there is a pinned link in the chat. If you click on that, Kirk Wyatt becoming a new member here on YouTube. You click on that link, and for $4.99 a month, you're going to get access to all that. But ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that time of our Saturday evening where it is going to be just pure insaneness. Craziness. The sexiness is going to drip through the screen onto you. So make sure you grab a towel, put on yourselves a parka or something to stay dry, because ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get nasty in here. It is the most entertaining segment in the fantasy football industry today. Ladies and gentlemen, let it flow. And 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Boom. John Adams, you have Boyd or Renfro in a PPR. Honestly, I still think Renfro is a slightly safer option, but if you want to gamble for the higher ceiling, that's when you go Boyd. Keontae says Evan Ingram or CJ, who's your mama this week? I don't love either, but I'm going to lean towards CJ, who's your mama, and just hope he can find the end zone. Kyle Fisher, should I trade AJ Brown and Darrell Williams for DJ Moore, Marquise Hollywood Brown, and Antonio Gibson? Yes, probably, because Darrell Williams is going to start to lose value as the season goes on once CEH comes back. Bryce Clanton, Zach Moss, Eli Mitchell, Julio Jones, Jacoby Myers, 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex in a full PPR. That is going to be a very disgusting choice, but I'm going with Elijah Mitchell. I'm going to go with Julio Jones. And as my flex, I don't love it, but I'm going to go Jacoby Myers. We also have here A lot of let it flow emojis in the chat. They are all over the place. Nelly says Claypool or Tony in a full PPR. I'm going to lean towards Tony here this week, and hopefully he can just rack in all those targets. Giuliano Berlin in the house. What is going on? He says it's going to be a bang this week. PPR Lamb or Mike Williams? I'm going to lean towards Mike Williams since we don't think that CeeDee Lamb is 100% healthy. Not that we're going to sit him, but you got a great, second option there. Singletary or Javonte Williams for Daniel Davis? That's going to be Javonte Williams. Darrell or Gaskin from Ethan. Ethan, I love me some Myles Gaskin this week. What I don't love is Brian Flores' inability to commit. So if you're a little bit worried about that and you want the safer option, still probably going to be Darrell Williams, Justin Dahl, Brandon Cooks, or Mike Williams. I love me some Brandon Cooks with Tyrod Taylor back under center. Is he safer than Mike Williams? Potentially. So if you want the safer option, it's Cook. If you want to go for the gamble, the boomer, the big boom game, that's when you go Mike Williams if you want to take that gamble. Pollard or Javonte Williams this week in a PPR. It's going to be Javonte Williams for me still. Trust Debo will be able to play the whole game from JWS. With Kittle coming back, I'm worried that they kind of put him on somewhat of a pitch count as long as he's actually out there on the field. So it's something to pay close attention to. I would not be shocked, though, if they kind of scale him back a little bit this week. Landry or Higgins from Brad Bordelon. I don't know if this is T. Higgins or not, or Rashard Higgins. I'm going to guess it's T. Higgins, and that's where I'm going to go here this week. As for Higgins or Debo, it's Debo as long as he's healthy and good to go to play. Otherwise, you can take the safer option of T. Higgins. Freiermuth or Pitts. I understand the love for Freiermuth, but I don't love Big Ben that much, so I'm going to go towards the way of Kyle Pitts and just hopes he continues to get peppered with targets as well in that offense. Cousins or Tua? I think right now Cousins is one spot higher in my ranking, so I got Cousins just slightly higher. Kenyon Drake or Gore, Julio or Mooney for Michaela Wolf. I'm going to go with Kenyon Drake for the first one, and Julio or Mooney. Give me a little bit of full Mooney. I'm going full Mooney this week with Darnell Mooney. Kittle or Higbee, as long as nothing crazy comes out between now and kickoff for Kittle, it's going to be Kittle. Landry or Claypool, if this is a full PPR chase, I'm going to lean towards Landry. If it's a standard league, that's when I'll go towards Claypool. Caden Martin, do we think Beasley is going to suit up? Love the show. If I had to guess, he probably does here this week. Do they need him all 4 quarters, though? Probably not going up against Jacksonville, so he could be limited second half of the season. Let's see here. Godzilla or King Kong? I'm not a huge fan of either. If I had to choose one, I'm going to go with King Kong. Michaela also says Kenyon Drake or... Oh, it's the same question. Michaela already got you. Don't spam the chat, people. I'm going to try to go through as many of them as I can. We have... Same thing here. If CMC plays, a must-start Snake Eyes. Yes. If CMC is active and on the field, you kind of take that gamble and start him. Moss or Darrell Williams. It's going to be Darrell Williams. Half PPR, Tommy Sweeney or Cole Kmet. I don't love either. Jordan, if you have to choose one, I'll go with Cole Kmet, but I don't love it. Texco, Mike Williams or Cordero Patterson. Can't sit Cordero Patterson at any point this season as of right now. Ooze Your Mama or Conklin for Oahu Awanj. Sorry, I probably totally butchered that one. I'm going to go with Conklin there this week. Sutton or Mitchell for Steve Sparks. Mitchell worries me with Jeff Wilson coming back, so I may lean Sutton as long as this is a PPR scoring format. If it's standard, I may gamble with Elijah Mitchell. Emmanuel Sanders or Jalen Waddle. This week it's going to be Jalen Waddle. Trade Hawkinson for Kittle in a PPR. Nick Brinkley. I don't think I do that as of right now. We still want to see Kittle play on the field. And plus, he's just somebody who's consistently banged up. Hawkinson's out there weekly, getting targets. So as of right now, the safer option to keep on your roster is still Hawkinson. Do we play Monty for Chauncey? That's a huge, huge gamble. It's a Monday night game, and if you don't have any way to pivot, if they limit him, if he re-aggravates something during that game, you're going to be SOL. So I'd really try to not rely on Monty until we can see him back there on the field. Ray Fultz, bigger hate, spiders or snakes? I am terrified of snakes. Terrified of snakes. Let's see. No. Yeah, same for, I know Kyle's the same way.
Punch a spider in the face.
Yeah, exactly. A straight up spin kick to the Sasquatch nutsack to a spider. If you had to drop one, Chuba or Julio? It really depends. What are you picking up and what else do you have on your roster there? Isan. Is Gallup playing this week? If so, Gallup or Tajay Sharp? I'm not going to bank on Gallup this week, so Tajay Sharp's going to be the direction I go for that one. I see a little bit of Crispy in the chat. Is the man as always? That's right, Matic. I'm not sunburned today though, so we're good. Van Jefferson or Mike Williams? Still leaning the way of Mike Williams. So We have Marvin Jones Jr. or Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going with Marvin Jones Jr. in a game that more than likely they're probably going to be losing a lot. Chris Kennedy out there in the house also says F some snakes. So if we have King Kong not beat Godzilla, well, I'm still a King Kong guy. Jerry Jeudy or Julio Jones. I'm probably going to lean the way of Jerry Jeudy since Julio just can't seem to get enough volume on the field. Mixon or Cordero Patterson, both Hillside. Find a way to get them both in your lineup. If you can't seem to fit both, I have Mixon at 10 and Patterson at 11, but hate to sit either one of them. Kittle or Schultz. Love me some Dalton Schultz with Blake Jarwin missing some time now, but it's George Kittle as long as he's active. We know Jimmy G is going to look his way, so I'm going with George Kittle. Are you trusting Ryan Tannehill in Los Angeles? I'm trusting him. I don't know exactly what you mean. So do I think that he's got that super high potential of a 30-point game? No, not really. Does he still have the safe floor, probably right around 16 fantasy points or so? Yeah, he's not somebody who I actively am looking forward to starting here. Yes, I'm definitely scared of snakes. I will schoolgirl scream if I see one. What about hello, go Chubbs? Jennifer out there telling, I guess she's rooting for Chubbs. I don't know if she's talking about Nick Chubb or my dog out there. Is Henry droppable? Great question, Nate. As of right this second, look at your league settings. I don't know what weeks you play in your fantasy football, but more than likely, unless you go all the way to the end, you're probably not going to use Derrick Henry, but I hold off for like another week or two. Hopefully you have an IR spot. Baker Mayfield or Jordan Love. Honestly, I probably feel a little bit safer this week with some Jordan Love. Darrell Williams or Chase Edmonds in a PPR. Safer option is Darrell Williams here this week. If you want to go for a little bit more of an upside play, that's when you go Chase Edmonds. Laurel says, I have a cool helmet. Thanks. It was my son's Halloween costume like 6 years ago. We have Melvin Gordon or David Montgomery going Melvin Gordon. Yes, King Kong can. Absolutely. Kevin is out there fighting for some King Kong. Thielen, Woods, Gaskin, or Waddle need 3, and it's a 1-point PPR. So you need 3, so I have to sit just one of them. That's tough. I'm actually probably going to sit. I don't know if I want to go double Dolphin this week and go with Waddle or Gaskin. If you want to play it safe, you play Gaskin. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then you go Waddle and pair him with Thielen and Woods. Start A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb. Thanks. I'm going to go with A.J. Brown by a hair. If Elijah Mitchell is out, do we fire up Wilson? I don't know who your other options are. If you don't have any other options, then I don't mind it. But kind of just know going into it, you could get yourself a big fat donut here this week. Dude Love or Gangrel, full WWF rules. Man, those are two names that I haven't heard in a long time. I mean, how do you not go with Dude Love, though? Get Dalvin and Claypool for my Mixon and Mike Evans. No, I'm keeping Mixon and Mike Evans. I love me some Dalvin Cook, but the drop-off from Evans to Claypool was a little bit too much for me. Higgins or CeeDee Lamb with the questionable tag. I'm going to say that the safer option, if you want to just play it safe and not worry about it, it's going to be T. Higgins. More the gamble play, that's when you go CeeDee Lamb. Whew. Whew.
Jake, you want to know something funny that happened?
Does it involve something to make fun of me?
No. Something funny that happened while you were letting it flow.
Yeah.
I got banned from Reddit.
Heck yeah.
Finally.
Like what kind of ban? How do you get banned from Reddit?
They banned me from the fantasy football thing.
Really?
Yeah, for my post this evening. Even though I've been posting every Saturday night for 3 years, they finally decided to try and ban me for it. So I tossed them the middle finger and I said, okay, have fun with your garbage platform.
Yeah.
All right.
Your garbage.
Choi Montoya, start Ayuk, Bateman, or Mooney. I'm going to get into it a little bit here. I'll go through these super chats. Choi Montoya, start Ayuk, Bateman, or Mooney. I'm going to go Bateman there. Start Tua or Murray. I'm going Tua. I'm not trusting Murray. Ertz or Muth. Muth is going to be safer. Ertz is going to have the much higher upside. In a second league, should I trade Godwin, McNichols, and Carter for Tyreek? It depends on your running back depth. If you need Carter as like an RB3, then I just stick with what you have for right now because Godwin is still a very good wide receiver. The climb up to Tyreek isn't that much. But if you got a lot of running backs, then yeah, I'd go with Tyreek over Godwin the rest of the season. James Smith traded for Chubb this week. I love it. Half PPR, need 1 wide receiver and 2 flex. Bobby Trees, Emmanuel Sanders, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Elijah Mitchell, Jeff Wilson. Thanks. Well, for my wide receiver, I'm going to go T. Higgins. For my flex, I'm going to go Joe Mixon and Bobby Trees. Anthony Orr, New England or Pittsburgh? Are you asking like defense? Defense-wise?
I'm thinking it's defense.
New England or Pittsburgh. I've got New England a smidgen higher this week. Smidgen.
I do too.
Cordero Patterson, a safer play over D-Hop. Yes. DG bombs away 0-4, traded Damian Harris for DJ Moore in a 2 QB, 3 wide receiver, 3 running back starters league. Have Najee, Cook, J-Rob, Elijah Mitchell, Chase Edmonds, Madison, and Jeff Wilson Jr. weak at wide receiver. Good trade. I don't mind that trade at all. Hopefully DJ Moore gets back on track and we see that ceiling again. Miguel Sosa at the flex and a half PPR. Boyd or Gaskin? I'm going to go Gaskin there. Greetings from Mexico. Miguel! Welcome.
Viva Mexico.
Welcome into the stream. THC. Did you doubt Jeff Wilson? We produced AP. Are you talking about Texas?
I think so. I think he's the guy is he buddies with Jeff Wilson? Maybe. I don't remember. I don't doubt Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, we never doubted. I just said I didn't understand the love affair this week coming off the IR. That's all I said.
Exactly.
Vic Wavy. Hey, Kyle and Jake, thanks for getting me to 7-1 this season. No. Appreciate it, but you got yourself there. I need to start one of these tight ends. Dalton Schultz versus Denver or Dallas Goedert versus LAC. Thanks, guys. I've got Goddard higher this week. Rusty Wright and a half PPR. Stream Tua, Tyrod, or Carr. Got Tua, but worried. We talked about this a few minutes ago. I think we have Carr over Tua right now.
Yes.
Leo Vernaccio and a half PPR. James Robinson, Ayuk, or Bateman for my flex. I don't know about James Robinson as of yet. If he plays, James Robinson. But if not, it's going to be Bateman for me. Or do I go and get somebody off waivers like Allen Robinson? I would still go Bateman this week. Need a win, need upside. Yep, that's going to be Bateman for me. Jose Hernandez. Hey, Kyle and Jake, need help. Pick 2 flex, half PPR. T. Higgins, Waddle, Damian Harris. I'm going Damian Harris and T. Higgins there. Also in a standard league, pick a wide receiver in order. Waddle, Deontay, Marquise. Wish me luck. Tough matchup this week. In order, it's Marquise, Deontay, Waddle for me. Jared Ricky. What up, Jared? Hey, my favorite guys. Oh, you're my favorite guy.
What's up, Jared?
4 kisses. Half PPR, pick 1 flex and 1 wide receiver. Sutton, MVS, Hubbard, or David Montgomery. I'm not going to wait till Monday night to see what David Montgomery does. So I'm going to go with Sutton here. Oh,
man, because you may not have Hubbard either.
If CMC doesn't play, it's Sutton and Hubbard. If CMC does play, then I'll risk it for David Montgomery on Monday night then and go Montgomery and Sutton.
You just throw them out on the table and just let them flop, right? Just let it go.
Boop.
Yep.
Just put it out there for everyone to see. DJ bombs away 0-4 and a full PPR pick 2. Bateman, Tony, Chase Edmonds, Devontae Smith. I'm going to go Tony and Edmonds here. Edmonds looked so good in the passing game last week. I can't sit him right now. Spoon. 12-team PPR. Start Carr knowing Murray is a game-time decision. Yes. Crispy. What's 100%. Up, guys? Is Cordero Patterson being a thing further proof that Matt Nagy sucks? Well, Cordero Patterson also started in New England and didn't do anything there either.
He's been all over the place.
But I'm never going to miss a chance to say Matt Nagy sucks. So, yes, I'll agree with you. Same about Nick Sirianni and the Colts-Eagles backfield.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni's a complete idiot.
Yeah, basically. Anthony or Julio over Kirk or Tony. I'm going Tony over Julio this week and start C-Mac or Chuba. If Christian McCaffrey plays, I'm starting Christian McCaffrey. Murdoch 72605. Drop Scott for Jeff Wilson. If you need running backs right now, I'm keeping Boston Scott. If Boston Scott's just going to be a guy for you on the bench for right now, then I would take Jeff Wilson long-term over Boston Scott. Other running backs are both Denver backs. Oh, right here is going to answer the question. Perfect. Other running backs are both Denver backs, CEH, AP, and Mitchell. And should I keep Gronk? I have Knox too. Well, you kind of have to. You kind of possibly need a tight end for this week. So that's going to be the biggest issue. I don't know when Knox is going to officially be back though. So, and Gronk obviously on the bye. You don't need 2 tight ends. So I don't know who you're playing this week. That's going to be the thing for me. Like, who are you putting in your starting lineup? So am I dropping Scott for Jeff Wilson because of what you have right now? No, I'm keeping Scott because you might need him this week or next week. Ed G, McCaffrey or Javonte. If McCaffrey plays, it is McCaffrey. McDome 69. That just sounds dirty. And a full PPR flex decision. Bateman, Rondell Moore, or McNichols. I'm going to go Bateman there. Leaning towards Moore with no AJ Green and Hopkins possibly missing. Thanks for the help. I would agree with you, but the only problem with that is that there also might be missing Murray, so I'm going to go with Bateman. Martins Zaggers, standard, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Moss, McNichols, Bateman, and Kirk. Well, I never miss a chance to put down Zach Moss, but I'm still going to have to go here. Bateman, Kirk, and no, hold on a second. Let me think about this. I'm going to go Bateman at wide receiver. I'm going to go, because it's standard, Moss and Kirk. I was thinking about McNichols, but it's standard, so I can't trust McNichols in a standard league. Trade Debo and Edmonds for Eckler and Higgins. Win? Yeah.
That's from Rob Mont.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob Mont.
Get it, Rob Mont.
Rob Mont, if that was an ice cream, I'd just lick it.
Wow. That's awkward.
What the hell did I just say? Tristan B. Hey, guys, 6-2. Got Henry Hunt on the IR. Full PPR 10-man. Running backs, Mixon, Scott, McNichols, Hyde. Wide receivers, I've got D-Hop, Cooks, and Higgins. Thanks.
And Kirk.
Am I supposed to be telling you who to start, Tristan? Because I'm not 100% sure here. Let me rank them in order for you of this week. How about we go that route? I'm going to go Mixon, Scott. If Robinson is out, Hyde and McNichols. Okay. If Robinson is in, then I'm going to go McNichols over Hyde. Wide receivers, I'm going to leave D-Hop out of the equation because it's not sounding good right now. So I'm going to go Cooks, Higgins, and Kirk in that order. Spoon, need 2 wide receivers and 1 flex in a 10-12 team PPR. Debo, Marvin Jones, Brian Edwards, Bateman, Hubbard, or Jeff Wilson Jr. Thanks, buds. Well, wide receivers, you're going to put in Debo and hope to God he plays. You're going to also put in Bateman. The flex is going to be Hubbard if CMC is out. If not, I don't trust starting Jeff Wilson Jr. this week either. I'm going to go Marvin Jones Jr. and just hope he scores a touchdown. Tom Paget, hey guys, in a full PPR. Patterson, Bateman, Julio, or Darrell Williams in the flex. Cordero Patterson for me. Wes, Judy Renfro, Darrell Williams in NFL Fantasy. If I have to pick one of these guys, it's Judy. Brandon Brownlee, sit one. Waddle, Elijah Mitchell, Darrell Williams. If I have to sit one this week, it's Elijah Mitchell if it is a PPR or half PPR league. Ryan, Opelnick, thoughts on Rashad Bateman the rest of the season and a half PPR? I like him. I think he's a really good player. He's not going to be the wide receiver 1. Wait, hold on a second. What did I just see in the MVP chat pop up? Something caught my attention. Hold on. What did they post?
Who knows? They're probably making fun of me for something on Discord.
At a birthday for my niece.
I watched a gaming stream for the Kyle chest waxing and donated a bunch for Miss Most. So he watches the gaming stream, so you wax yourself.
The most random place he watched during a live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out what this was. Anyway, okay. I saw the chest waxing and I had to see what it meant.
Right.
He's not going to be the wide receiver 1 as long as Marquise Brown is healthy. Now, next year, does it get a little bit closer? Potentially, but not this season. Justin Henry, who do I start? Williams, Moss, Booker, CMC in a PPR. It's CMC if he plays. If CMC is out for some reason, I'm going Darrell Williams. Maddock, 978, Julio Jones or Khalil Herbert in a PPR. I'm going to go Julio Jones. Dino, Small Dino. Darrell Williams or Cordero Patterson in the RB spot or Patterson over Sutton in the flex.
I go with both of those guys probably.
Williams I would put Patterson. Cordero Patterson in the flex and put Darrell Williams in the RB spot.
Yep.
M. St. G. What up, M. St. G? What's good? Kyle and Jake in a full PPR. I need a wide receiver and 2 flex. Kirk, Mike Davis, Bateman, A-Rob, Gage, Peterson. Injuries have killed me this season, missing 5 out of my first 7 picks, still 5-3. Congrats on 140,000 subscribers. Much deserved. Well, that's much appreciated, M. St. G. My wide receiver here is going to be Rashad Bateman. And my 2 flex are going to be...
Oof. It's not pretty.
I'll go Adrian Peterson, knowing that there's basically no ceiling for him this week, and hopefully he scores a touchdown. And then probably
Mike Davis.
I don't know if I could start Mike Davis.
I don't want to, but I really don't want to start any of them.
Mike Davis is probably going to be your safest bet, and he's probably going to get you 5 fantasy points.
Yeah.
If you want upside, it's Christian Kirk.
Yeah, you could do that and hopefully find the end zone.
Yep. Mike S. in a 1 QB league, 4 points per touchdown. Jordan Love or Tyrod Taylor? I'll go with Jordan Love over Ty God.
I will too. I'll go Jordan Love.
Alan Osorio, y'all think the Braves winning the World Series lifts Atlanta's sports team, specifically the Falcons, asking for a friend? I don't think them winning the World Series is going to have any impact on the other teams there, but congratulations on the Braves World Series. That was an awesome run by them. Buckowski been doing fantasy football since 89. So Buck's been playing fantasy football since I was 1 year old. Now Jake was graduating high school, but
Jake was 8.
First ever pick was Marcus Allen. Crazy how far it's come. Hope to see you boys rolling in 20 years still.
You better believe it, Buck.
Woo! Ed Hines or Ed Miller. Half PPR, already starting Hollywood Brown, Bateman or Herbert for my flex. Ertz or Kittle at tight end. I have Kittle over Ertz at tight end this week, and I can't play Khalil Herbert with Melvin or with David Montgomery coming back. So I'll put Bateman in as well, and just hopefully that's a high scoring game.
Yep.
Getty Tinsley in a full PPR. I need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman, T. Higgins, Devontae Freeman, and Jeff Wilson. That's Williams, Bateman, and Higgins for me. That's an easy one there, Getty. The Q, what up? Hey guys, I'm screwed in the flex. You're screwed in the flex.
There's worse places to be screwed, Q.
There is. Okay, but don't announce that live. Anyway, Gainwell, Gore, or Bateman. I'm going Bateman there. Jake, how was the sausage taco? Great show, guys.
Oh my God, it was so good.
What sausage taco?
Dude, on the tailgate show yesterday, Chef John Pickard, he made a smoked sausage taco. Oh, we had some freshly sliced jalapenos and some pickled onions. Woo!
I shoved my face in that taco.
Whoa.
Box 02, AJ Brown, Mike Williams, Woods, Mixon, Elijah, pick 3. Brown, Williams, Mixon. Those are my 3. Spoon in a 10-team PPR, Myers or Bateman. I'm going to go Bateman. God, I hope Rashad Bateman has a good day tomorrow. Alex Stammy, Damian Harris, Darrell Williams, or Tony. Which 2 of the 3? Tony and Damian Harris. Oh no, I jumped to the bottom. Hold on, I gotta go back up. Blues. D5. If Debo is out, do we start Ayuk over Beasley? I'm still playing Beasley. Somebody said he was banged up. Is he questionable?
Yeah. Let me see if we got anything new on Cole Beasley.
I know he was kind of, but I didn't think he was going to make it questionable until the end of the week. I'm
looking. Most recent stuff we have for Cole Beasley. He got a limited session in on Friday, missed practice Wednesday and Thursday. He's officially questionable, though, for this game. I mean, if I had to guess, he suits up, but we talked about it earlier with that matchup against Jacksonville. They just may not need him for 4 quarters, so we may not see a whole lot of him.
I'm still going to go Beasley over Ayuk.
Yeah.
He's just getting all those Dawson Knox targets right now, too, which I like. Squanch Z, Conklin or Freiermuth? I have Freiermuth higher. And should I start Mark Ingram over Gore from KC or Edmonds? Yes. Not Chase Edmonds. I would start Edmonds over Mark Ingram.
Yes.
Aldwine, Parchment, wide receivers, Robinson, Edwards, flex, Edmonds, McNichols, AP. Okay, so my pick, so I would go Robinson over Edwards, and then at the flex, if that's Chase Edmonds, he would be my first choice at the flex. If it's a PPR or half PPR league, I go McNichols over AP, but not over Edmonds. Eric Cruz, how about JT RB overall and Jamar Chase wide receiver 2 overall, killing it this year? Would it be okay to play both Chuba and CMC? If CMC plays, I'm not playing Chuba because I highly doubt Chuba sees many touches at all if CMC is back. Yeah. They're not going to risk it. If he's not ready to take it on, they're not going to risk it. James McIntosh becoming a member for the 7th month. Chubb, Montgomery, Herbert, Deonis Johnson, pick 3. Need 2 running backs in a flex in a PPR league. Chubb, yep. Montgomery over these other two? Unfortunately, yes, we'll have to go with him. And then probably go with Ernest Johnson and hope he scores a touchdown. No.
I would do that because you may need to save Herbert for Monty anyway. If for some reason Monty gets ruled out, you have Herbert to throw in for him.
I like that. Jake's spitting some absolute truth there.
That's like that.
That's where we're going to go. Kaveh Fath. I need trade suggestions in a PPR. Kaveh, you know how tough these are, man. Have Hurts and Burrow at QB, Najee, Henderson, and Carter at running back, Woods, Robinson, Crowder, Boyd, Shepard, Bateman, Anderson, MVS, and Gallup.
Wow.
And wide receiver, Travis Kelce at tight end. Kaveh, here's the thing. I don't know the scoring of your league. I don't know how many people it is. I don't know if it's PPR, half PPR standard. I don't know what the rosters look like. At this point of the season, it's always good to target, different teams based on where they're at in the standings. I don't know where you or anybody else is at the standings. I don't really know how to give you a trade suggestion here. What I can tell you is I would look to upgrade my wide receiver position, but is this a 2 QB league? Is it a super flex league? I mean, you could possibly try to trade Hurts and get like a wide receiver and another quarterback in return if it's 2 QB super flex. I don't know that. I do know that I would be trying to get an upgrade at wide receiver if I were you. I just don't know how to tell you that. I don't know how to help you with that just based on that, though. Kirk Wyatt becoming a new member here on YouTube. Kirk, appreciate it. Margaret Klein sending a 5-bomb. Appreciate it. Margaret was the one earlier that said that they didn't have any money, so they were going to answer a question. Then they sent something anyway. Margaret, you did not have to do that.
Yeah, no.
Hold on a second.
Okay. I'm holding. Tell me when to let go, though. I don't want to lose circulation.
Robert, PPR, Sutton or Van Jefferson? Van Jefferson has more upside for me this week. Sutton is likely going to be safer, though. Miniru Cole, flex, Khalil Herbert, Montgomery, or A.J. Brown? A.J. Brown for me. A.J. Brown. If Montgomery comes back from IR, I have to drop Herbert or A.J. Dillon. Who do I drop? Probably A.J. Dillon for now and keep Herbert just to make sure Montgomery gets back and is healthy. Yep. Zen Rebel becoming a member for the 3rd month here in a full PPR. Chubb or Khalil Herbert? Thank you.
Chubb.
Zen,
you know it's Chubb.
Come in here for a second. You know how we feel about Nick Chubb. So I hope you're just trolling me with that question, okay? Because it's Chubb. Give
him the Chubb.
Check yourself. Joe Lopez, Drake or McNichols? I'm going to go Drake over McNichols. Higgins, Amari, or Claypool? I've got Amari, Higgins, and Claypool in that order this week. Mm-hmm. Ricky Fidrich, Herbert or Waddle for the flex spot in a full PPR? Thanks. I'm going to go Waddle there. Garth Drake, I have D-Hop and Allen at wide receiver and Lamb at the flex. Should I set one of them for Brandon Cooks or Julio? D-Hop, yes. Put Brandon Cooks in his place. Kirk Wyatt in the super flex. Ty God or go with Keenan Allen or Thielen? I'm going to go with Thielen this week there. I like Thielen this week. Wes, I'm stuck between Judy Renfro or Darrell Williams, but got Hill and Kelsey already. I'm going to go with, if you need more upside, it's Jerry Judy. If it's a PPR league, you need to be safe, I'll go with Renfro. Jeff Garcia becoming a member here for the 7th month in a row. Guys, are my Chargers going to start figuring it out and when? Also, thanks for all the season-long help. I'm in the top 5 in every league I'm in. Woo! Jeff, that is awesome. Are your Chargers going to figure it out? Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll be fine. Dornage Davis, 1 QB, TB12 on a bye, Rodgers on a vacation. Tyrod or Jimmy G? I'll go Jimmy G with Tyrod's first game back this week. Pick 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Adams, Justin Jefferson, Woods, T. Higgins, or Bateman. Well, it's Adams and Justin Jefferson for me, and then I'm going to flex T. Higgins. Peter Beulah, standard league. Cousins or Carr? I'm going to go with Cousins. Over Kyler Murray? Yes. Plus start 3 running backs. Chubb, Cook, Henderson, and Eckler. It's going to be Chubb, Cook, and Eckler for me. Can you get Henderson in as a flex at all?
I mean, you got to try to find some way, like beg a league mate. Let it happen.
Thank you so much. Your advice has me number 1 in my league. Love it. Actually, you have yourself number 1 in the league because you fill your lineup in every week. Jason Olivero, what's up, Kyle and Jake? Need 2.5 PPR. Ty got Tannehill or Jordan Love. I'm feeling okay risking it with Jordan Love this week, where he's going to have to throw it quite a bit. Ty God not trusting the first game back. Tannehill, don't love the matchup.
Do you have to pick 2 of them, though? Says need 2.
Then Tannehill.
Tannehill and Jordan Love.
Then pick 1. Taji Sharp or Brian Edwards. Nice headband, Jake. I'm going to go Sharp over Edwards. I've got a feeling about Sharp this week. Van Jefferson or Bateman in a full PPR. Since it is a full PPR, I'll go Bateman a smidge over Van Jefferson. Spoon becoming a new member here on YouTube. Can we get to 10 new members tonight? Can we? We're at 7 right now. Can we get 3 new members? Rosetown. What? Upside said the live stream is good for pooping. Kyle always makes me need to take a shit.
Wow.
Rosetown Romper. Oh, I lost it. No, I found it again.
Perfect.
Sit Matty Ice and pick up Tannehill. Jake, what do you think about that one?
What was the question?
Do you sit Matty Ice and pick up Tannehill this week?
Just for this week?
Yeah.
I have Matt Ryan 2 spots higher than Tannehill this week, so it's close, but I'm sticking with Ryan.
There you go. Also, thoughts on Montgomery this week? I'll play him if I don't have any other options, but I don't want to get to Monday night and risk it either. So I would rather try to start someone else if I could. Martins, Zaggers. Is it smart to start Marquise Brown and Bateman? I'd rather not. I mean, I don't want to. I have them both listed as starts, but it's really going to depend on who else you have there. If you have anybody else with a higher upside than Bateman, I probably roll with them. Troy Montoya, my running back depth is Taylor Henderson and Montgomery for the Godwin, McNichols, Carter for Tyreek trade. So you have Taylor Henderson and Montgomery, and you'd be trading Godwin, McNichols, and Carter for Tyreek. I mean, I'm okay with it. Dachi, PPR, Robinson down, start Darrell Williams or Damian Harris. Great show, by the way. Damian Harris for me. Yes. Friend of the show in a full PPR, pick 2, Tony Bateman, Jacoby Myers, or Mooney. Bateman and Tony there for me. Do any of the non-starts out flex Boston Scott at the flex? Thanks, guys. Love the content. I would start Scott over Mooney and Myers both if you need safety. Rob Mont, thanks and appreciate you guys. Sorry for the spam. Rob Mont, you're good. 1-0, pick 3. Cooks, Thielen, Allen, and Woods. I'm going to go with Allen, Thielen, and Woods barely if it's a PPR, half PPR league. Or Waddle, Dolphins have a good matchup. No, not Waddle, any of them. Also play Gesicki over Waller. No, if Waller's in, I'm playing Waller over Gesicki. And Gaskin over a limited CMC. No, I'm playing CMC over Gaskin if CMC plays. If CMC plays, I'm playing CMC. Need a flex this week. Damian Harris, Khalil Herbert, Julio Jones. It's Damian Harris. Also tight end, do I use Higbee, Ertz, or pick up Conklin? I'm going to use Ertz there. Matthew Mazzi send a $1 donation. Appreciate it. Matt Mason, need a flex. Gaskin, Kirk, Robinson, or Beasley. I'm going to go with Gaskin here over them. Zen Rebel sent another dono, but retracted the message. Appreciate the dono, Zen. Sean McEwen, Kyle, never do that to the mic again. Also, Flex Bateman, Jerry McNichols, or Brian Edwards. Bateman for me there. Good to have you back, Jake. Were you gone?
I was gone a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
He's here now.
I'm here now.
Trojan, 36-59, and the standard have 2 tight ends, Goddard and Pitts for my tight end and flex. Have Javonte Williams on the bench. Do I like that, or do I add Jay Will to the starting lineup? I mean, if you need more upside, I would put Pitts at tight end and put Williams in the flex is what I would do. Michael Sepulveda, what's going on?
What up, Michael?
Michael and I ran some Call of Duty last night. Was whipping some people around.
Is he good?
Yeah, he was lining it up.
Who's better, him or me?
Well, we were playing multiplayer, and I've never played multiplayer with you before.
Okay.
Multiplayer and Warzone are 2 completely different things. So I can't answer that because I have nothing to go off.
I got no time for all that.
Jake, it'd be like if you asked me to do that, then you would be asking me to be like those other YouTube channels out there that just tell you to start people because they think that's what to do or because they feel like it.
Okay, cool. I like that.
It'd be like a half-ass opinion.
We don't like those over here.
Don't put me in that category. Can't do it. Should I start Danny Dimes as the QB2 or pick up Simeon or Justin Fields? I believe we got to have Danny Dimes higher than those 2, right, Jake?
Who are the other options? Danny Dimes and who else?
Simeon or Fields.
Yes.
Okay. Zen, I played Chubb last week instead of Herbert, and Herbert outscored him, and I lost the game. Forgive my lapse in judgment. I mean, there was nobody that was sitting Chubb for Herbert last week anyway, so it's not like you did anything super crazy. Anthony Cruz, my PPR lineup: Burrow, Chubb, Carter, Cooper, Moore, Diggs, Goddard. Fine. Or do I swap it flex for either Renfro or Damian Harris? God bless y'all, Headliner Nation. Who is your... Fine, or do I swap it flex for either? Who would be your flex?
It's got to be Diggs.
Chubb, Carter, Cooper, Moore. Yeah, but he's got Diggs listed before Goddard. So
yeah.
I didn't know if he was starting 3 wide receivers. If Diggs is your flex, then I'm leaving Diggs as your flex. If you are asking me if you should do Renfro or Harris at the flex, it would be Harris for me.
And if you need to make a change and Diggs is at your flex, personally, I put Diggs over Moore, start Diggs and Cooper, and then I flex Damian Harris over Moore if that's the case.
Okay. James McIntosh, what's up with the Ty God deal? Honestly asking. I've always called him Ty God Taylor.
Yeah, it's just a nickname that's stuck for years.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
Daniel becoming a member for the second month here on YouTube. Guys, have Keenan, Hollywood, Landry, Zeke, Darrell Wilson, Gibson, and Monty. I'm 3 and 5. Should I split Zeke for 2, like 1 running back and 1 wide receiver, 2 players to help my team? Zeke, Darrell Williams, Gibson, and Monty. It would really have to depend on who you're getting back.
Right.
But for me personally, I'm going to keep Zeke.
I would too, because if you do that, Darrell Williams is going to lose some value when CEH comes back. Gibson hasn't been 100% healthy, and Monty's coming off of an injury. You get rid of your best running back. It's kind of like if your trade doesn't work out, your season is over.
Carnell Parker, Love, Carr, Tua, or Ty God. Carr still for you, right?
Yeah, I have Carr as my quarterback 10 this week.
Yep. Manny with the 10 bomb. Justin Jefferson or Brandon Cooks. Tough matchup for Jefferson. It is. If you need more upside, it's Brandon Cooks. If you need upside to win this week, you're probably going to have to go Brandon Cooks over Justin Jefferson. I've got Justin Jefferson outside my top 12 this week because I know it's going to be a tough matchup for him. CBK YT becoming a new member here on YouTube. DeVare Wilson becoming a new member here on YouTube. Can we get one new member? Can we get one new member tonight? One more new member? Because we got 9 right now and I wanted 10. Can we get one more?
Wow. A nice even number.
88. Kyle's top 2 PrizePicks props for wide receiver or tight end. Missed those suggestions this week. Thanks, boys. So I didn't do them this week because they weren't available when I recorded. So there was no props for me to record with. I will look them up right now, though, while Jake answers some more questions. Shane Denslow and Scott Tyler also becoming new members here on YouTube. We're now to 11. Can we get 15? Can we go to 15 now? We're at 11. All we need is 4 more. Can we get to 15? I'll stand up in my chair and shake it a little bit if we can.
Wait, no, don't shake anything on the internet.
My backside. It'll be my backside.
Oh, okay.
I know the last time I did that, it got a little much.
Yeah, that's happened before, unfortunately.
All right, let me look up my PrizePicks.
Yeah, you look over at PrizePicks and see if you can find some good ones there for tight ends or wide receivers. What? What are you looking at? Did everything shut off?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I frozen?
Nope.
Oh, something just happened with my computer. Like everything
now you're
everything
frozen.
Is frozen on my end.
Now you're frozen.
Oh no.
You have now you're back.
Everything's frozen on my end. Nothing's working.
You are back. I mean, you froze for a second, but now you are back.
I can't do anything on my screen right now.
Just don't move. It's totally zoomed in on you and everything, so just stay there.
I can't.
Wow. Is that like Russian codes you're hacking into something over there or what?
No, that's my computer.
Wow. It's like your computer sending SOS signals.
Dude, I have no idea. I put in PrizePicks.
Oh, you crashed the site. You crashed it. Everybody blame Kyle for crashing PrizePicks.
I put in PrizePicks. I feel like I should join the Zoom call from my phone and restart my computer.
Don't do that. I don't want to mess up. You can just sit there, and if it freezes, I'll wing it myself for the next 30 minutes with a frozen picture over there. DeVere, I see you out there. Welcome to Holden Chubb. He says, need 2 wide receivers, Lamb, Debo, Higgins. I have Mixon and Goddard in my 2 flex spots. Andrews is your tight end spot. So you need 2 wide receivers between Lamb, Debo, and Higgins. It's tough, right? Because we really don't know about Debo Samuel. Personally, if Debo plays, I'm going to start him. Same thing with Lamb. They're both banged up. If you are kind of risk averse and you kind of want to just play it safer, I go with Higgins and Lamb, personally, if I had to choose between 2 of them. Batmac Gaming, if Beasley doesn't play, who do I start? Robbie Anderson, DPJ, or Jordan Howard? Batmac. Like, that's enough to make me gag a little bit, though. I don't like any of those options, honestly. We know there's no Odell Beckham in Cleveland, so DPJ could be an option. Jordan Howard seems to be kind of like the goal line guy in Philadelphia, though. Getting right around, 10 to 12 touches possibly this week. Not a bad matchup for him. So honestly, I don't love it, but I'm going to go with Jordan Howard. Yeah, Bertha's probably right. Vanguard just hacked into Kyle's computer and crashed it, is what happened.
It's just the little circle thing is just on my computer right now, but you can still see me?
I can see, you're fine. Like, you're still working.
What is so weird?
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to use cheat codes over. Everybody thinks that you're trying to hack into something, and I
turned my hacks on because I was going to play some Vanguard after we got done. And apparently it crashed everything.
There you go. That's it. Kyle cheats. Let's see. Brian Alley says, don't have PrizePicks in Maine yet. Hopefully soon. They're still working on a few states out there, Brian. You are not alone. E-Man, the membership for 2 months here, says 2 wide receivers and a flex. D-Hop Woods, Julio, Renfro, Darrell Williams, James Robinson, Adrian Peterson. It's a full PPR.
What's going on?
Wow.
Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah, I can totally hear. But I have earbuds in, so maybe. He needs upside. D-Hop plays at 345, but Julio and AP play at 720. So 2 wide receivers and a flex. Honestly, I'm not counting on DeAndre Hopkins this week. And you're going to know beforehand, which is a good thing, right? You should know before. And being that you still have Julio Jones as an option there, that's kind of like a little bit of a buffer. If DeAndre Hopkins plays, what's his ceiling going to be? That's the biggest question. So honestly, I'm going with Bobby Trees with Robert Woods. It says full PPR, right? Yeah, full PPR, and you need that upside. So I'm going with Bobby Trees and Julio Jones. And then as your flex, I'm going to go with Darrell Williams in hopes he can find the end zone another time or two like he has here in weeks past and try to capitalize on all that upside there for you. Yeah, Sean S is out there, totally thinks that your computer is sending SOS signals. Miguel thinks you're going to be abducted. Yeah. Yeah. Tater is hacking into Kyle's computer, says land destroy. Hashtag Filiberto burritos. What a lot of people worried about I mean,
Sean McHugh and Kyle and Jake, what positions are you in your league? Also, let me know if you want to get down on some Warzone sometime. Sean, add me up, baby. Add me up. Oh, no.
What? I can see you on this side still. Okay. Sean.
What happened to why is my computer so close? Or why is my...
I don't know. That's why I said the camera angle, everything changed. All right, Sean. I don't know if you can read this. I'll put it up here to the camera, but it's blurry. So there's all my sleeper teams right there. You can see where I'm on my way to just... Look at this top one. This is the one that really matters. I'm on my way to just dominating Dr. Ethan Turner yet again. So in that league, I am 6-2, 5-3, and 6-2 in those 3 leagues right there. Those are really the ones I pay attention to the most. We have our Fan Tracks League, which is our supporter league. Let me see what I am in there, because I'm pretty sure, like usual, I'm probably dominating that as well.
I just fell to 500 there because...
You what?
I fell to 500 there because I forgot to set my lineup 2 weeks ago.
Way to go. I am 6-2.
Well, I didn't forget to set it. I changed it, but I forgot to hit the submit button in the bottom right-hand corner.
I am 6-2 with the second best record in that league. And then we have our $1,000 best ball challenge tournament in which I'm number 25 out of 332. So I'm not having a bad year. I'm not complaining here this year, Sean. There you go, Kyle. You're back. You're back to normal viewage. How many leagues do I play in, Miguel? It used to be a lot more. Honestly, we spend so much time. I kind of hope he falls. Anybody else hope he falls? Hit the like button if you hope he falls out of that chair or the chair breaks. We used to play in a lot more. But honestly, we spend so much time on YouTube doing this, making videos, answering questions, doing live streams, creating content. I know myself and Kyle both had to severely drop down to leagues. I think right now I have a total of 5. And honestly, it's probably about 1 or 2 too much. Are you like pushing yourself along the walls to spin? Like, how is that working? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let's see. What else do we have? Ray? Oh, Ray, please. I'm not gonna butcher it on purpose, but Ray Gothrow. Gothru or Gothrow? Ray, welcome to Holden Chubb. Everybody welcome Ray. Is he drunk? Brian, no, he's not drunk because he doesn't drink. So this is just normal for him. This is just normal.
This is just me, baby.
Terry R, full PPR pick 3 between D-Hop, Waddle, Hollywood, and Deontay. With the injury to DeAndre Hopkins, we don't know about Kyler Murray. The other options are probably going to be the safer ones, going Waddle, Hollywood, and Deontay. And then he also has pick 1, Tua, Love, Tyrod, Danny Dimes, or Big Ben. Out of all of those options, as of right now, I have Tua ranked the highest, unless we hear any news about him pregame. If anything were to happen to Tua, the next guy up there for me would be Danny Dimes.
All right, you ready for me to throw some prize picks at you?
I mean, it depends. Do you have some? Because I'm afraid to have you touch your computer at this point.
I'm already in it, so
okay, good.
I already made it on there. Let me get rid of it.
Perfect.
All right, so Cordero Patterson right now is sitting at 33.5 receiving yards. I'll go the over there.
Okay.
I have to go through and I got to find them all.
Oh, God, here we go. He's going to crash the system again.
Taji Sharp is sitting at 31.5 receiving yards. I'll take the over there.
Okay.
Kadarius Toney is sitting at 55.5 receiving yards. I'll take the over there.
That's right, Tiffany.
Justin Jefferson is sitting at 71.5 receiving yards. I will take the under on Justin Jefferson. Jarvis Landry sitting at 51.5 receiving yards. I'll take the over there. Nick Chubb at 7.5 receiving yards. Bonus running back pick. I'll take the over on 7.5 receiving yards. Are there any tight end ones that I like? I didn't give you a tight end one yet. Let me see if there's a tight end one I like here.
Nicholas Johnson says he just got back from the movies. Eternals was an awesome movie, but now it's fantasy football time, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Nicholas,
I'll take the under on Tyler Higbee, 36.5 receiving yards. I'll take the over on Cole Kmet, 26.5 receiving yards. And I'll take the over on Jared Cook, 26.5 receiving yards. There you go.
Sounds like Chris Kennedy saw Eternals as well. A lot of people out there checking out movies. Bertha as well. Yeah. Is it a good enough movie to go see? Like, can I take my kids to see it? I'm asking, like legit asking. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you one thing about that movie. I don't think I've even seen a trailer for it. Kyle Fisher, thoughts on Jordan Love? It depends. Like, I think Jordan Love has an opportunity to have a solid day. I mean, he'll get Devontae Adams back and has plenty of options, especially with Aaron Jones in the backfield. It all really depends what your other options are. He's not going to be like some top 12, top 15 guy for me. I just think there's too many other guys out there with a high ceiling that are a little bit safer that we've seen week in and week out. So I don't dislike Jordan Love. I just think there's a little bit of risk factor there. And depending on what your other option is, I don't know if I want to take it or not. Ertz or Freiermuth? I'm still leaning Ertz there. They're gonna have to throw the ball to somebody, even if it may not be Kyler Murray. Cool. So DeVere says I could take my kids to see it. All right, maybe I'll have to pencil it in. Dakota Busing, Rashad Bateman or A.J. Dillon in my flex in a standard scoring. Ooh, that one is tough.
That is tough.
I mean, I want to say A.J. Dillon because with no Aaron Rodgers under center, they could rely more on the running backs. But with Rashad Bateman, I think the ceiling is a little bit higher. I think if you want to play it safe, it's Dillon. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then it's Bateman. Let's see. What about Bijou Babukudi? Says Eli Mitchell, Debo, or Lamb at the flex. So you got all your hurt people. You got all your hurt people in the flex. If I had to choose one as of right now,
give me some lamb chops.
Exactly. Well, what the good part about it is you can kind of pencil in Lamb because you'll know about Lamb in the early games. If anything happens to where he doesn't play for whatever reason, Debo's playing later in the afternoon, and you can either have Debo or Elijah Mitchell and still have yourself an option. But I'll pencil in Lamb as of right now.
Danny Martinez in a half PPR pick 2 running backs and flex 1. Chubb, Patterson, Mitchell, Darrell Williams, and Emmanuel Sanders. We're going to start Chubb. We're going to start Patterson.
Yes.
And we're going to flex Darrell Williams.
I like it. I like it. 3
Jake,
solid
should
options.
we do a little? It's been a while.
Since.
Should we do some headliner after dark?
What? Oh, no. I mean,
a little AMA, a little Ask Us Anything.
You know, it is week 9, Kyle, and typically this is something we've done every year the past couple years.
It's been so busy.
So here's what we're going to do. And we're going to get a couple questions here in just a second. But this is what we do. Me and Kyle have done this for the past 2 years. We're going to turn it over to like headliners after dark, which means we're going to answer questions in the chat that are not just fantasy football questions either. We'll still talk football. We'll still go back and forth with those questions. But if you have questions that are not fantasy related, we'll also answer those as well for the next 20, 30 minutes or so. So, all right, here we go. Headliners After Dark is engaged.
Like if you need to know how long my thumb is, your head snapped back.
I had to look really quick. I was like, "Oh no!"
You turned, or you were looking at your notes and just right back.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Snow says Judy Woods or Sanders for the flex spot in a half PPR. Which one you feel better with, Kyle? You got Judy or Woods? Because I don't think that either one of those guys or Sanders is gonna be above either one of those guys.
Judy is a little bit higher upside for me this week. Barely.
So you're going with
Woods.
Judy.
Since it is a half PPR, I probably lean Woods on the safety route, though.
Yep. Manny Dingo says, Jake, are you bald everywhere? Well, thanks, Manny. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to mention our sponsors here, manscaped.com. You can see them over there in the corner. Kyle's got it in his. I mean, Manscaped keeps us pretty clean, Manny. I mean, you use that promo code Headliners at checkout, get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Bam. Thanks for that, Manny. Appreciate you. Ryan A. says, man, it feels good to be a Headliner Nation member.
Man, it feels good to be a headliner. Man, it feels good to headliner.
Okay, Kyle's going to start rapping. Good evening, you magnificent beasts. Do I start George Kittle or Dallas Goedert this week in a full PPR? You got to go Kittle, don't you, Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle's still feeling it, but I'm personally going to go with Kittle. He's playing. I'm starting him. James McIntosh says he just checked the best ball challenge for the first time this season. He's at number 12, but he knows he had Derrick Henry and Blankenship as his only kicker. So you know what? That means I'm coming for your spot, James. I'm coming for your spot. JXHE, you don't want to know. Let's see what else we got.
Ooh, I'm back up to 25th. I lost some ground there when Chubb got hurt, but I'm getting back.
I'm at 25. I thought. Maybe
You're at 24.
Oh, perfect. As long as I'm ahead of you.
I'm right behind you.
As long as I'm ahead of you, it's all that matters.
You have 2101.4 and I have 2097.2.
Well, all right. I like it. We're dead on, Kyle. We're right there. Let's see. Chris Rosado. If Debo is out, start Beasley, Kirk, or Bryan Edwards. Which one are you going with, Kyle? Beasley, Kirk, or Bryan Edwards if there is no Debo?
Beasley, Kirk, Brian Edwards, Beasley.
Okay. How real? Do we want to do some real talk too, Kyle?
I don't have anything to real talk about right now.
No, I mean second. Like with a question. Because Anton says, after dark question, Jake.
I saw it.
What is the most irritating thing about Kyle? Which means that I would then in turn give you the opportunity to say the most irritating thing about me. Do we want to play this game?
I don't know if I really have anything to say, though.
You're right, because I'm an amazing person.
I also want to get paid this month.
Honestly, I'll be completely honest. Me and Kyle at times are like brothers. Like, we will butt heads at time, and we will not agree on certain things at time. And we will, I don't want to say share choice words, but like we don't really hold back a whole lot. And we'll have some difficult conversations at time. I'm not going to say that's irritating, but it's just like, you spend a lot of time with somebody, you have those difficult conversations, but the good thing about it is we're at the point in our friendship where we know that we can go at each other and say some things, and at the end of it, we're all good. Like, we know none of it's like a personal attack, and we all want what's best. So we're kind of to that point. I'm not going to say it's irritating, but I mean, sometimes you kind of have to forget that it's a quote unquote business that we're doing, and like we're still buddies. So
yeah, 100%.
Perfect.
I forget where were we at in the super chats. Gear Solid, I think, is up right now, right? Let's go Braves.
Yes.
Let's go Braves. 2021 World Series champs. Anywho, between you both, who would you start at your running back? Khalil Herbert, Mike Davis, or Adrian Peterson? Montgomery is back.
Man.
You could go Mike. I think Cordero Patterson is going to play wide receiver more this week than he has in the past because they're missing Ridley, Julio Jones being traded, Gage having a tough matchup. I don't know. I probably start Mike Davis and hope to God he scores a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, part of me is right there with you. Part of me is like saying, I'll roll the dice on Adrian Peterson and just hopes he gets 2 touchdowns on 2 goal line carries and doesn't do anything else. I mean, it's such a boomer bust there for everything. Doesn't say if it's full PPR or not. I think if it's a PPR scoring, I'm going to go with Davis. If it's a standard scoring, I'm just going to roll Adrian Peterson.
Ryan wants to know who has the fastest 40 time. He remembers you burning me, but that wasn't really a 40. You hit me with that move.
Dude,
and
the spin move was sweet.
Quicker than I did.
Yeah.
So we didn't do the 40. We didn't do just like a straight up race because I both think that we understand that we hate that and there's just no fun in it.
Yeah. That, and we were running in a field full of goose poop and none of us wanted to like face plant into it.
Oh yeah.
My spin move was the pinnacle of my athletic achievement in the last 18 years of my life, though. So.
You know what I really... I love Taylor, but I'm a little upset about the fact that he cut out my one-handed touchdown grab in the corner from you. Like, I didn't get...
I threw it to you.
Yes, you threw it.
I remember
you threw it to me, and I had the, in the corner of the end zone. That didn't make it in. Now, they did do the little explosive juke move.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay.
There's if you go watch our vlog video from Canton, the Canton, Ohio Fantasy Football Expo vlog up on the channel, it's in there.
I got burned. I'm man enough to admit it.
But you were still there. I just made an amazing one-handed grab.
You did. It was a very good.
It's not like I was out there, I burned you and I was out there by myself. It still took a lot of luck. Like the ball landed right where it needed to. Ethan dropped me a dime. What?
Don't talk about Ethan throwing the football because he's probably in here. He's going to get a big head. He's going to bring it up next week, and I'm going to have to deal with it.
Buck wants a link. All right, Buck, I'll find you a link.
All right, I'll answer a couple more super chats. Danny Martinez, stream a defense. Niners, Bengals, or Dolphins? I will tell you just a second. I got to log back into my rankings now since I got booted out of it. What'd you say again? Niners, Bengals, Dolphins. Niner, Bengals, Dolphins. Niner, Bengals, Dolphins. Niner, Banger. I've got the Dolphins the highest this week out of all of them. Shane Denslow, Adrian Peterson, or Darrell Williams in a half PPR. I'm gonna go with Darrell Williams. Kwai Chang Kang, 7th place. Fantrax Best Ball, longtime follower. Love you guys. Shane, love you too for it. Kisses. Nicholas Johnson, if superheroes were fantasy football players, who would be your first overall pick? I'm thinking RB1 Hulk as first overall. After Hours has begun. Whew. I don't know. I feel like I would take Spider-Man. I feel like I could put him anywhere on the field. He could play multiple positions. He'd be like my secret weapon, jumping. Plus, if the ball is too far out of his reach, catches it, brings it back in.
I like it.
That's what I would do. Nicholas Johnson. Oh, wait, that's what I just answered. Sorry, Nicholas. Eric Munoz Jr. Stick with Fant rest of the season or try and get Ertz or Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas. I mean, I'd like to have Logan Thomas, but he can only start practicing next week. There's no guarantee that he can return. And I haven't heard a whole lot on how he's doing right now. So I would stick with Fant as of now. I would have Logan Thomas over Ertz, though, when Logan Thomas comes back. I just think there's more steady targets in his future. Devin Jakowski, defense, Browns or Falcons? Also, salmon or tuna? I love some salmon, baby. I'll take salmon over tuna. I'm not discriminating against tuna in any way because I'll eat that too. I love any type of seafood. I'll do salmon, though. And then your defense question was who? Browns or Falcons? The Falcons. I guess I go with the Browns, and hopefully maybe they can get a turnover and some sacks. I really don't want to start the Falcons unless I absolutely needed to. Roy Trammell becoming a new member here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Roy. Hey, we're 2 new members away from 15. Can we get 2 new members before we're done in the next 10 minutes? 2 new members.
All right, there's the link to the Canton, Ohio video. I just dropped it in the chat. If you're looking for the actual play, it's at the 9-minute and 10-second mark. Just so you know.
Ronnie Santana. Hello, I have Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. Who should I start? I'm a Henry owner. I have Boston Scott as an RB2. If you had to pick one of these guys to start on Monday night, if David Montgomery plays, I would start David Montgomery. If he doesn't, if Khalil Herbert was coming off a huge performance, I would go with Khalil Herbert. He lost a little bit of a step last week, and he got a little bit banged up towards the end of the game. I don't think it's affected him any, but I would go back to David Montgomery. Dory Hines left a trade offer sitting now, got a hurt Devontae Parker, flex for the standard, Taja Sharp, Callaway, or Higgins with no Odell. I will go Tua over Ty God this week for your next question. As far as a standard league, I would go with Marquez Callaway, and hopefully he finds the end zone. Devin Chakowski, trade Henderson for Hopkins and Miles Sanders? No, I would keep Henderson for right now, especially with Hopkins being banged up. Michael Jr., fellas, love y'all nation. Pick 2 halfbacks. Gaskins, Hubbard, Darrell Williams, or AP. I'm going to go with Darrell Williams and Gaskins here. Yep. Commodore, RB2 in the flex. Gaskin, McNichols, Connor, Bateman, or Mooney. I'm going to go Gaskin and Connor here. OG, Paul D, becoming a member for the 3rd month. Traded for Kittle last week. Can I run him with Hawkinson every week? I'm a headliner. Can you run him? Yeah, you could run both of them together. It's really going to depend what your other options are, though. So, Voltic Swift, PPR with AJ Brown possibly being out tomorrow night. What?
With who?
AJ Brown possibly being out?
I mean, he's questionable, but I don't think there's any.
Yeah, I know he's questionable.
I'm not worried about him not playing, though, I don't believe.
He practiced fully Wednesday and Thursday and then was added to the Week 9 report and didn't practice on Friday. I know he didn't practice, but to me, when I read about it, it sounded more as if, like, we're going to give him the day off because he got 2 days of practice in. Yep. So I'm still going to start him unless something else comes out and all of a sudden they're like, oh, he's not going to play. Then I would go Cooks over him, but no. Brench Toast. What are some general guidelines to keep in mind when starting to play a wide receiver versus a running back in the flex? For me, for the flex, it's all about the volume. Like, I want to play a running back because I know I'm going to get touches from the running back. Like, if I'm going to play a decent running back and we're guaranteed 15 touches, that's a lot better than what? Like possibly 7 or 8 on a really good day for a wide receiver. But also at the same point, too, it depends on the running back and the wide receiver. So if you only have running backs that are okay and you don't have anybody that stands out, then I would go with a wide receiver that might have more upside at that point. So it kind of depends on your team, who you're playing. Are you down? Do you need high upside? Do you need low floor? Like, what is it that you need? Mini Jordan 718, choose 2 to drop and 1 PPR, choose RB and a flex. Okay, so we have to drop 2. Collins, Pirine, Patterson, Hasty, Hyde, Devontae Smith, Brian Edwards, Jeff Wilson, Boston Scott, Chuba, CMC. I'm dropping Jarrett Patterson and Pirine.
Yep, I would have to agree.
And then choose a running back in the flex. If CMC plays, CMC is my running back. If he doesn't, it's Chuba. For my flex, based on everything you have here, I would go with Boston Scott. Alvaro, Victoria, trade Hopkins for Godwin and Gibson.
If you can get Godwin and Gibson, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would probably. I really don't want to trade Hopkins, but
I don't want to either. But for Godwin and Gibson, I don't think you can lose, especially if it gives you added running back depth.
Tom, how do we feel about Kyler Murray playing tomorrow? I don't think his chances are good. I'm going with other options over him.
Yeah, I'm worried about it too.
Chat, we've got 5 more minutes left in the live show. Can we get 2 new members? Can we hit 15 new members tonight before we bounce out of here? We've got 13 right now.
I had a question up here too. I don't remember who asked it. It was what was your favorite stadium you've ever been to for football? He said he went to Mercedes-Benz last week. Oh, here it is. It was Alan Osorio. I've been to Mercedes-Benz. We went there 2 years ago. It was a beautiful stadium. Went to FedEx Field in Washington 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Not overly impressed there. Obviously, I've been to the Arizona Stadium before. I've been to Cincinnati. Honestly, I mean, Mercedes-Benz was beautiful. It was brand new, so that's why you're looking at that. It's between that and Arizona. I mean, I like their stadium as well.
I have only been to 1 pro football stadium for a game, and that was the Silver Dome in Detroit.
Wow. But you have been to Lucas Oil in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to NFL stadiums.
We went to the combine
things.
there, yeah.
Yeah, Lucas Oil. I've been to Ford Field. I've been to Soldier Field. There weren't games though. As far as as far as in-person games go, I've always rather gone to college football games. So,
what's funny is I Am Legion is out there in the chat saying we only answer questions from members. No, it's not. We've been in the chat for the last 30 minutes.
Who is it?
Just block him. Just throw him out for being stupid.
No. I need to know who it is.
I Am Legion, I guess. I don't know.
I Am Legion?
No idea. Not your boy True Legend.
Your name is I Am Legion? Are you sure it shouldn't be like I Am a Leech?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever it is. Let's see here. Bertha backing us up. Let's see. We also have Kyle. Will you go to a Lions game with James? Motor City James needs a partner to go to a Lions game with. You down, Kyle?
James, I mean, if we ever wind up there, the problem with going to games in season is there's just so much. And my kids are a little on the younger side right now. They don't truly appreciate the in-game sports experience yet. So it's tough for me to spend a ton of money to take them, for them not to be 100% into it, and for them not to stay the entire time. So we do some every once in a while, but like maybe next year. This year we're not, because of COVID. We're still trying to be a little bit careful with that because my daughter has a blood disorder, so we still have to be safe with her. So we're not doing any games in person this year, but hopefully next year maybe we'll take a shot at going to a Lions game next year.
Armando, see you out there. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, I try to like once a year. My son is to that point now where he loves going to games. He's 14, so he's into it. So we try to go to one stadium every year and just slowly check them off. Do you plug in Rondale Moore if Hopkins doesn't play? Nick, you can. The problem is you may be without Kyler Murray as well, so you're still got a big potential, bust scenario there with Rondale Moore.
RSR. Full PPR standard. Need one wide receiver, one running back, and one flex. Patterson, Waller, Goddard, Darrell Williams, Sanders, Higgins. One running back or one wide receiver, one running back, and a flex. Well, where can you start Patterson? Because more than likely, I'll put Patterson in the flex, Higgins at wide receiver, and Darrell Williams is my running back.
Yeah, I don't hate that as well.
And then one QB, Jimmy G, Tua, or Cousins. I'm going with Cousins.
Yep. Cousins is probably the safer option. And I mean, I hate to sit Waller. I don't know who your tight end is either, but you got Waller as a flex option. Who's your tight end? That's another question too.
Eduardo Trujillo. I love when he asks questions.
That's right.
Sony Michel, Rex Burkhead, or Jermichael Hasty. Oh my gosh. Injuries and buys, don't ask. Thanks, guys. Also, would like to thank you for all the hard work you guys put in. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. I would go Rex Burkhead this week.
That's kind of ballsy.
He led the backfield last week.
I get it. It's just I would hate to have to start him.
I agree.
James says he'll get the tickets next year. # biting kneecaps. Bertha wants to know what are some of our interests outside of fantasy football? What's something you like outside of football, Kyle?
Baby, we hit the sticks over on Headliner Gaming.
Yeah, Kyle all about some video games. Kyle is a low-key middle-aged gamer. I guess you're not really middle-aged yet, but you're getting close.
For quarter-aged.
Yeah, for me,
if I'm at my quarter life at 33 years old, I'm going to be around a while.
Yeah, exactly. We love to travel. Like I travel a lot. Like maybe not like out of the country, but like we're always doing something as a family. We always like to go different places and see different things and go different places and do road trips and stuff like that. So that's probably one of our biggest interests. I guess not out of the ordinary for us just to go get a cabin up in the mountains at times and like sit there and binge watch TV shows as a family for a weekend, because like none of us really watch TV that often in the house. So every once in a while, just got to go hit that mental dump button.
I do want to do like one of those super nice cabins down in Tennessee, like in Gatlinburg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we've never done that before, and I've always wanted to.
Yep. When we first moved across the country to North Carolina, we would get a huge cabin right on the line of Tennessee and North Carolina, and family would fly out there, and we'd all get like one big cabin and meet there for Christmases. So it's beautiful up there.
CBKYT. I traded Godwin for Debo. Do you think I got a good return? I mean, yes, if Debo ends up being healthy.
As long as he's healthy.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Brinch Toast, Darrell Williams, Emmanuel Sanders, Tim Patrick, or Christian Kirk in the flex. Gonna go Darrell Williams there.
Let's see. We got.
What is the best city that you've been to?
The best city?
From Bertha. I went to Salt Lake City a few years ago. It was amazing. I loved it.
The best city. Man, I got to think, because I've been to a lot of cities. The best city. I guess it all depends. On like what am I there for? Am I talking about the best city to like go and do stuff, or like to go relax in? I mean, I like history, honestly. I love that kind of stuff. So I mean, we've been to Washington D.C. a few times, and just to walk around there and just the history and the architecture and stuff. Like I'm old. Go ahead and say it, Kyle. I that kind of stuff enjoys me. I enjoy. So yeah.
They want to know how old we are. Should we make them guess?
I said in the chat earlier, somebody asked how old I was, and I told them the answer. So you may have a couple ringers out there, whoever saw that.
Peter C becoming a new member here on YouTube. We only need one new member before we get out of here. Oh, it's after 11. Devin Chakowski, Kyle, besides Barry and Calvin, who's your favorite player? I mean, it was Stafford before he left. As far as other players, love me some Keenan Allen, love me some Mari Cooper. Aaron Donald's getting replaced because I got a signed Joe Mixon jersey on the way. Finally, I was finally able to get one. So I'm going to get that replaced. Derek Blaze, pick one wide receiver and one flex. Hopkins, Sanders, Moss, Davis, Peterson also traded for Carr. Will he be okay if Kyler can't play him 3 and 5 and Taylor got me a lead? Yeah, I would put Carr in over Kyler right now anyway.
Yep. J Noise 88 is my new best friend.
J Noise. I thought you and I were vibing well tonight. I'm gonna have to say F you, sir.
New best friend.
F you,
he said
sir.
that you are older than me, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, what else? Any more questions there to wrap up there with, Kyle? We leave off? Huh?
I hate people. No, I'm kidding. One wide receiver on one flex. Who would Peterson be? Is that supposed to be Patterson?
Or is it Adrian Peterson?
Or is it Adrian Peterson?
It's got to be Adrian Peterson.
That's what I would think too. So I'll go Emmanuel Sanders at wide receiver. Do you go Davis, Moss, or Peterson at the flex?
I'm gonna go Peterson and cross my fingers. I got to. I'm gonna cross and hope he finds the end zone.
E-Man, would you guys pick up and play Beasley, Bateman, or Rondell Moore in place of either Woods, Julio Jones, or Darrell Williams in a full PPR? If you want to be safer, as long as Beasley plays, I play Beasley over Williams in the flex in a full PPR.
Yeah.
But that's probably about it for me.
Right.
OAMD, trade Darrell Henderson for Mike Williams. I would rather have Darrell Henderson right now.
Yep. And then we're going to end it here with a joke from Alan Osorio. It says, what did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. That was a dad joke to end the stream tonight. But hey, here it is, 11 p.m. Do you like it? I'll keep it here for another minute or so. Do you like Headliners After Dark? Do you like it when we kind of open it up to some other things? Is that something you enjoy? I know they have in years past, so hopefully you all enjoy that kind of stuff too, because we want to make sure that we kind of connect with the people in the community, right? We know a lot of your names. We talked to you guys for years. We remember conversations. We know where you live. I mean, all this kinds of stuff. That's where we really want to, continue to build this community. So love that we can kind of open up and get to know each other a little bit more in a very fun type of way. Have some fun, have some laughs. Here it is, Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Kyle will be live streaming once again tomorrow morning around 11:30-ish, Kyle, or so. The members only live stream tomorrow morning, 11:30. If you have more questions to ask, he will be live over there. But we greatly appreciate the support. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on a awesome. It's getting chilly everywhere, Kyle. Everybody's starting to get a little bit cold out there, at least here on the East Coast. But it's a chilly Saturday evening.
We're headed to Headliner Gaming after this. So if we want to do a little more Headliners After Dark, come over to Headliner Gaming and watch me absolutely destroy Vanguard lobbies. Let's go.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right then. There you go. If you're looking for a little bit more content, Kyle has you covered. Headliner Gaming. He's going to go over there and work some fools on the sticks. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for the support once again. Good luck here in week 9, and we'll be talking to you here next week for week 10.